Hello and welcome to Sydney Harbour, a grey Sydney Harbour, but there's plenty of breeze for the second heat of the Australian 18-foot skiffs championships. 2 races today. We had 1 race yesterday. We saw some thrilling sailing in very blustery and rainy conditions, but the rain's cleared somewhat. I wouldn't say permanently, but it's a lot of rain to the north of Sydney, but at the moment on the harbour, a lot of blue sky and a fair bit of wind. On behalf of Sail Media, Peter Shipway welcoming you for this 3-day regatta. Had 1 race yesterday, 2 scheduled for today and 2 scheduled for tomorrow. But before we get into all the details of today and recap on yesterday, we'll say good afternoon to Dolly DeVola. And Dolly, a nice breeze, a good second sail breeze at the moment.
Good afternoon, Shippo. Good afternoon, viewers. Yeah, look, considering what the weather forecast was predicted to be, today was looking like a pretty bleak day, and right now it looks like we've got a great day for sailing and a great day for us to bring you some images. We should be able to have the drone up with the rain holding off. Right now, down where we are in the starting area, we're probably looking at breeze in the low teens, but we have been getting gusts up into the 20 knot range. Breezes out of the southeast, and we've got an outgoing tide for most of the race. So I'm expecting, if yesterday was anything to go by, Shippo, we saw some great racing yesterday. Hopefully we see some more of that again today with 2 races.
Well, thank you, Dolly. And Jimmy Bury, I think we know what the course is, so you might tell us and tell all our viewers what we can expect with this course, the first race today. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Afternoon, Pete, and afternoon, viewers. Yeah, they've got us on a 6/2, which is our Windward course, and we're starting down here in Athelbite. And the top mark looks like it's laid somewhere between Shark Island and Point Piper, so 2 laps, finish off the breeze on the second time down. And then Hugh will let us know what his intentions are for the second race today. But the sailing instructions only allow for 2 races for today, but they're talking potentially about 3 races tomorrow, but we'll know by 8 o'clock tonight.
Well, with the conditions that have prevailed over the weekend, certainly it was a rugged day yesterday for a lot of people with a torrential amount of rain. And today the forecast hasn't been much better, but the rain has cleared a little bit. But the good news is there's not much traffic on the harbour, just a few ferries and maybe a few pleasure cruise boats, but very little activity as far as sailing is concerned. So a pretty good runway, certainly up to the Windward mark up off Shark Island. So we might go back and have a look at yesterday. We saw a really terrific race. This was the first heat of the championship, and that was the leaderboard yesterday, or how they finished. Very, very good win to Yandu. They were threatened a couple of times. They extended their lead a couple of times, but in the end they had enough up their sleeve. I think they won by about 40-odd seconds. Shaw and Partners, Keegan York, he threatened a couple of times. He was second. Balmain, they got behind a little and they came back and finished third. GC Sales, they put on a very impressive performance to finish 4th. Fisher Paykel, the old veteran, Brett Van Munster, he was solid all day for 5th. Then Lazarus, Tom Koenig, he was up and down. He got up to 3rd at one stage. It was that sort of day. Smeg, Ash Rooklyn, 7th. The Brisbane 18-footers also strong in 8th. Rag and Famished 9th, and the Royal Oak Double Bay finished in 10th, and there was only 3 other finishers in the 20-boat fleet. The Bigfoot from Queensland was 11th, Club Marine 12th, and the Killer Coffee rounded out the 13 in 13th position. So it was a very good race yesterday. Yandu at times looked really, really quick, but he didn't have things all his own way, and certainly Shaw and Partners threatened a couple of times, and they finished a very solid second. So we're just watching the number of boats that have come out early, just starting to come out of Double Bay and running down to the start area off Taronga Park Zoo or Athelbite on the western side of Bradley's Head. So, Dole, as I said, Yandu pretty good yesterday, but Shaw and Partners, they were threatening most of the day, weren't they?
Yeah, it was a good day to sort of assess where the boats are at. I think I mentioned yesterday, for those who didn't join us yesterday, Keegan York and his team on Shaw and Partners, new boat launched late this season. It's taken them a little while to sort of get the thing tuned up and find their feet. Keegan's also had a bit of crew switching around off and on. So you know, I think Shaw and Partners might be starting to peak at the right time. You know, we're sort of a month off the JJs now. I think if they continue to work hard, they could be pushing the front of the fleet by the time we get to the JJs. Super impressed yesterday with GC sales. I was expecting them to perform, you know, reasonably well, but for them to get a podium in their first visitation down to Sydney, great race from Scotty Cunningham and his team. Balmain, we've seen them this summer performing well. So, you know, overall, I think, you know, we could, moving forward through this regatta and then looking forward towards the JJs, I think the fleet's closing in a little bit on Yandu, but, you know, they just seem to have that little speed edge. That rig just looks so superb. And as soon as they get in their mode, they just seem to be able to put, you know, 50 metres, 100 metres on everyone. Keegan got pretty close to them yesterday and they just locked in and sailed away from him again. So certainly right now they seem to still be the boat to beat.
What did we learn? Did you get any intel on our friends from Germany? They raced yesterday. They didn't finish, though, the Black Knight. I saw them in the park this morning. It is the new boat. We inquired about that yesterday. It is the new boat, and they're being trumped up or speeded up by Baz Atkins. He was there today, tweaking the boat up. So they're out again today. Heinrich Boyan and Tom and Andy Martin, the Black Knight, and Vycobi. They had jib problems yesterday. Their tackle that runs in a tube under the bow decking came adrift, and they couldn't shoot the jib on, so they didn't even get to the starting line. So that was a big disappointment for the Vycobi boys, because they've sort of started to come a little bit better throughout this year. So we just talk again to some of our friends, and I'd like to wish Olivier Damaron, our friend, who had his 55th birthday yesterday. He was out celebrating, and he missed our live stream, but he's having a catch-up today, so very happy birthday to you. And Pete Faminga's there, and Nipper Henderson's back, Joy Brown. Happy New Year to you. Steve Taylor, good morning from Southend-on-Sea in the United Kingdom. Graham Long, greetings from sunny day in Perth. Well, it's not sunny here, Graham, but there's good breeze, and I'm sure you're going to have good breeze over there for second and final day of Sail GP, which was, for those that saw it, there was a few interesting results coming out of that. Some good for Team Australia, or the Bonds Flying Roo, a good opening race, but the French had a good day, but the day really belonged to Nathan Outreach on Artemis. They were very strong. So back here on the harbour, if you've just joined us for the second race of the Australian Championships, we're waiting for the start, and we've got about 25 minutes before we get underway. And the breeze is in the southeast. It's not that strong, Dole, is it? It's, 12 knots at maximum here at the moment, but all skiffs will be on their number 2 rigs. Yeah, little rigs all round. And look, down where we are, it's sort of ebbing back and forth. Mid-harbour looks like it's a bit fresher. At the moment, it's just not quite pushing down to us, but the boats who are coming out of Double Bay look like they had plenty of pace on. I think it's just going to ebb and flow, and, you know, it'll be a real thinking man's race when to get across the harbour to get to that eastern side. Usually in this breeze direction, you want to be on that eastern side. A little bit not so much today. We've got the outgoing tide, so it's carrying you up the harbour all the time. So the cross to get across from sort of Bradley's Head to the east isn't as punishing as when you've got the incoming tide. But certainly going to be a very tactical day, and those who can pick their lines to get to the pressure and link the pressure up, it'll pay big dividends today. That'll be the key to winning today. It'll all be tactics. Looking towards the northeast, there's a bit of rain coming by the look of it, Dole. It's certainly getting wet at Manly, but where we are at the starting line, the breeze has gone big time left. Big time left. Yeah, there's a couple of Elliott 7s going upwind, and they're really high mode left hand. It's almost east. It maybe is. Even a little bit of touch of north in it. They are pointing. They're starting to head now, but they were pointing from the start line almost directly to the top. Maybe this cloud's having some influence away to the north. Yeah, just one northeast. One big cloud coming over us
to the left of us now. So I think you're right, Pete. Probably some influence from that. It'll probably tick back. Bit of pressure in it too.
Yeah. So I'd like to say a big hello to Earl Evans, CEO of Shaw and Partners. He was in the park this morning to check on his boys on the Shaw and Partners, who did a very, very good job. He watches each week, so a big hello to you, Earl. And I believe we're going to have another Shaw and Partners for the JJs, Shaw and Partners New Zealand. So that's wonderful.
Wow.
So there's a bit of news. So at least one New Zealand boat's coming, we know. But we hope there'll be a few more. And all our sponsors, we do a very big thank you to you all. It's wonderful the support you can give to the 18-footer fleet, and it's certainly a part and parcel of the history of 18-footers, the sponsors that have been long time and some are new, but I think it's very, very appreciated by the sailors and the supporters. Oh, it's getting a bit bleak, Jimmy. We're getting a bit of rain just yet or not? Doesn't look too far off, does it?
I just had a look on Rain Parrot, and it gave me an alert before, and it came up with nothing then. So
Rain Parrot, eh?
Yeah, moderate rain in 2 minutes, lasting 13 minutes.
Okay.
Well, that cloud is just skimming the edge of us right now.
It's
a couple of spits on the glass we've got, but
it's teasing us at the moment. But there's the breeze is in, not great strength, probably 10 or 12 knots. Well, there's the reading we're getting here at that's figures you see in the top right of the screen. It's wind direction and wind speed off the start boat. It's telling us 095, so, and then about 13 or 14 knots.
We have been noting that we think the gear on the start boat has been under reading the breeze a bit, but you know, we're in the low teens there now. We just bumped up to 14, but you know, looking at the breeze, looks a bit more, but very, very patchy. You can't quite see it on your screen there now, but there's the Henry Larkins in the bow main, and this sort of breeze usually is in their wheelhouse when it's a little bit shifty and up and down. So see how the boys fare today. I did see Greg Larkins, Henry's dad, in the park. Pretty experienced yachty. I'm sure he might have been offering a few words of advice, and Lockie Pryor, the bowman, said that he's pretty tired coming off a week at the 16-footers and rolling straight into the 18-footers. So I told him he's young, he needs to harden up, shipper.
Toughen up, come on. So while we're waiting, as I say, about 20 minutes away from start time for the second heat of the Australian 18-foot skiff titles, you've just joined us. We've got a few friends joining us from New Zealand. Hello to John Martin from Auckland. I know Johnny and Pete Montgomery are there, avid viewers, and good critics from Auckland, so hello to you both. David Blakey, the Commodore of Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron, is a regular viewer, so if you're watching, David, a very happy new year to you. And we've got someone there from America, I think. We've got Dudley Yallard from Brisbane, where it's raining, unfortunately. Well, we're used to that down here at the moment. We said hello to Steve Taylor. Olivia, we've wished you a happy birthday. Andrew Perry, go the Gotcha for life. The Barnabas is there. Hi from sunny Harvey Bay.
Harvey Bay. G'day, Trev and Gail.
Yeah, hello to you.
Happy New Year.
Great name in 18-foot and skiff racing. And the Yankee Express. And so we thank you, as always, for putting your messages up. It's much appreciated. Malcolm Robertson, back online from Thailand. Hope today will be as much fun. Well, I think it is. The breeze looks good and the harbour looks good. Although the breeze is patchy again, Dol, isn't it? There's a few little big holes in it here.
Yep, it's going to be a tricky day. Thinking man's breeze, Pete.
So we've got Mark Beaton watching from New Jersey, United States. Hello to you, Mark. I think Jeff Staggs probably tune in from Annapolis. Hello to you, Staggy. Another regular viewer. And there's the skiffs. They're all out now. Normally they'll get a few stragglers, but I think they're all here. Jimmy, can we see anyone still left on the double bay? I don't think so. They're all coming down under spinnaker.
I think everyone is out here. The only one I haven't laid eyes on is the Black Knight.
Baz is probably still talking to them.
That'd
I know,
be-
here they
There
come
they
now.
are, mate. I just saw the orange
Yeah,
spinnaker.
orange
at
spinnaker.
the
Be
Be more of a reason to get out here on the water.
What, to get away from Baz? Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty tough. Hoping you didn't hear that, Jimmy. You'll be in trouble. You'll get a phone call tonight.
It's normally 6 o'clock,
6 o'clock in the morning.
This is his Baz's phone
That's
calls.
when Baz makes his calls.
That's when he's at his best, is he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing like waking up to Baz.
But look, dude, there's some big shifts early on. We haven't started yet, but there's that boat going out there on port.
Yeah.
He's 40 degrees lower than the boats that came off the starting line about 5 minutes ago. So plenty of shifts in this breeze. Southeast is the general direction. There's a lot of cloud cover away to the north and northeast that could be playing a few tricks. But the breeze is up at the moment. You see the streaks of pressure coming down, and that's looking up the course from the start boat in the foreground right up into Rose Bay, Shark Island top left, and the weather mark is up there. It's a 2-lapper today, the first race today. We haven't got the course direction and length at this stage, but we'll certainly get that when we can off Hugh Lester, the PRO, on the race committee start vessel.
Definitely a lot more breeze up course.
It's gone right too. Look
Yeah,
at it.
so we've just got a gust coming through. It's starting to fill into the course area.
Sure is.
So it looks like the gusts are a bit more, so the bigger pressure's coming round from the right, and then when it ticks back more to the easterly direction, it goes soft. So it's going to be a matter of the teams linking up that pressure, so getting across to the right-hand side of the harbour, the eastern side of the harbour, to get onto that pressure to tack onto high on starboard.
Well, the Pellies are watching again from Opossum Bay in Hobart. And yes, sorry we missed you in Hobart, but I'm glad you're back, and Happy New Year to you. And the dog biters, hello from Marrickville. Do we know the dog biter?
From Marrickville?
Yeah, I can't help you there. Well, hello, dog biter. Stay safe. We won't go any deeper on that, but here's our German friends at full wick coming in good pressure down to the starting area. So don't be confused as I was yesterday. They've got a 6th on their spinnaker and no insignia, I believe, on their mainsail. A white hull, so
Makes it easy for us,
yeah,
right?
as well. Not when they're coming downwind, but going upwind it does.
Not confusing at all.
getting
Nice bit of air there.
Good
from
bit
the
of
boys.
pressure and good ride.
What's German for yeehaw?
Yaha. Jeez, you're throwing me questions, Dole, already. Two in 2 days.
Testing you out
2 in
this
2
weekend,
days.
shippers.
Okay,
So
I'm up for it.
Shippo, the course length is 1.3 nautical miles and a bearing of 105.
Oh, okay.
degrees.
Right, so it's quite in the left at 1.3, did you say?
Yeah, 1.3
Oh, it's a good
nautical mile.
beat then, isn't it, Dole? Good solid beat, 1.3 miles
So we're pretty much pointing at that now, aren't we, Jimmy? Yep.
on where we
Fair
are in
enough.
the camera cat. Yeah, that's looking back there to Kirribilli, the Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron, formed in 1861. And wonderful location at Kirribilli, just to the north of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, for those that might not be familiar with that area.
Beck Hancock in the Ballard Property Group.
Yes, they didn't finish yesterday. A non-finisher with Cam Walker and Ed Swain.
And they had an unfortunate start to that race where
Yeah.
the spectator ferry was a little bit close to the start line. They got caught out on the wrong side of it. Really cost them dearly. They were behind the 8 ball right from the beginning.
Yeah. So the breeze now looks back solidly in the east-southeast. It's set at 105 was the wind direction. So quite a bit in the left.
Nice bit of constant pressure right now.
It is now, yeah. Nice
Probably
white caps. And,
15 knots.
and we said low water at 15:37. So the first race due at 1400 hours. So will be a little bit of trickle out for about an hour and a half. So reasonably short race time-wise, I would think, Dole, in this breeze. Although it's a fairly long beat, they'll gallop downwind pretty quickly.
Yeah, they'll get around here pretty swiftly, I would think.
It's one of the young up-and-coming crew, the Rag and Famish boys. They were down a little bit yesterday in 9th position. They got clobbered early. They went hard into the left and got stuck up under Steel Point and never really recovered from that.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there, just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
A little bit too far, didn't they?
But Ben Crawford's really impressed. You know, he's a very young guy, new to the class.
Yeah, first year in 18s.
Yeah, and you know, did very well in classes like the 29er, the youth classes. Comes from a renowned sailing family, and you know, he's really found his legs quickly. Pretty impressive. Great to see the young blood. You know, guys like him and Jacob Marks coming into the class. Sometimes we've had Joel Beashall sailing. Those guys are really the future of skiff sailing. We've got amazing talent coming through, haven't we, Jimmy?
Cole, it's it's unbelievable the talent that is coming through. Like, you know, I've sort of been looking at it for the last sort of 10 years and sort of going, you know, puts us more in the has-been pile, which is fine. But you know, it is really, really good to see, and that you know, like as you said with young Ben, you know, stepping from a 29er to an 18 is a huge step. You know, a lot of people sort of do a stepping stone through, either into a 49 or a 12-footer, a 16-footer, and then into an 18. And Ben just all in.
Yeah.
So, which is great to see, and you know, we've seen the abilities of young Joel Beashall. The other young one with a pedigree name is Banjo Nicholson.
Indeed. Yeah.
You know, it's good for the sport as a whole that we've got these great young talents coming through. Good to see for everyone.
And as you and I know from the 13-foot skiffs and the 16-foot skiffs, you know, I coached a lot of those kids through their junior and youth years. We've got a whole bunch still to come, right?
Oh, it's unbelievable the depth that is just sitting there and waiting. You know, there'll be a ton of people be wishing they could get the signatures of a couple of the young guys that are coming through. That's for sure. Yeah, and not taking away from young Heidi Bates in the 13-footers either. You know, she's an absolute little gun.
Gave her a rap yesterday, you know, and the whole girl thing. You know, we've got large numbers of girls coming through those classes, so you know, expect the foundations that are being laid now by Emma and Beck in the class to hopefully that'll continue through into the future. And both of them have got plenty of years left in them yet.
Yeah, the future looks good. Well, Nipper Henderson, I'm sorry we missed you. You turned 56 yesterday, so happy birthday to you. And we've got a question here, and I think I can answer it. Before I do that, I'll say hello to Dylan from Pensacola. And hello to you, Dylan. Now, the question is, where is Tom Needham? Tom is the reserve helmsman for the Flying Ruse Sail GP team. And they're currently having their first regatta of the year in Perth, Western Australia, or Fremantle, Western Australia. So he is not sailing this weekend. Yandu is in the capable hands of Mika Lane with the regular crew of Fang Warren and Louis Brake. So that's where Tom Needham is. I believe he'll be back when he can to sail the 18s, but I think the Flying Ruse takes precedent over the 80-foot skiff racing.
It does. And when we were talking about the Flying Ruse yesterday too, shippers, I failed to mention, you know, wishing our best to Goobs, Ian Jensen, who suffered an unfortunate injury in his first outing after joining the Ruse from GBR. So if the team over there are watching us today, all the best, Goobs. Hope to see you back on board as quickly as possible. I think he's got a knee injury, and hoping that's not too severe, mate. And
our best wishes to you. Jody Shields, he's a brave person. He says, this race will be like watching my wife walk around a shopping centre. There will be tracks going everywhere. Well, good luck to you. I hope your wife's not watching this, but thanks for joining us.
Jody's up at Wanji.
Yep. Matthew York.
Probably at the pub.
Matthew York. Cheers from Philadelphia. Thank you for your nice comments there. Greg's son says, White Knight, we will ask the questions. That's what he said. Okay, well, good luck to you too.
Right.
Anyway, back there they are, to speak of our German friends. So we're waiting, and we only got a few minutes before we get the signals for the first opening race today, second heat of the championship. Wind is back up. We've got about 14, 15 knots perhaps, even a little bit more. That wind speed looks a bit down. Oh, it's coming up a bit now, but it's good gust coming down now, Dole, about 50 metres up from the starting line. Yeah,
it's just going to ebb and flow. So these just coming through in waves. The smart guys will work it out, trust me. The cream will rise to the top. The other thing I've noticed since we've been out here for a little while, with all the rain that we've just had, there's a lot of debris and muck in the water.
Okay, I've got a bit of news here that's just come through about Yandu.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to tell you.
Yesterday's winner has headed back to shore. It's in Double Bay now, and that came through 1 minute ago from Warwick Rookland. So I would say they will not make the start of the first race today. Well, that's interesting.
Big news.
There must be a serious issue. Maybe they've gone back, hopefully, to fix it to get out for the second race, but I would say highly unlikely that they will make the start of the first race today. Wow, that's a bit of a shock. So we don't know why, but if we can find anything out, we'll certainly bring it to you. But that's the news we're getting. And we haven't seen them at all, have we, Jimmy? I don't think at all. They didn't get down to the start area. I saw them come out.
I saw them come out, yeah.
Yeah, they sort of got over towards near Bradley's and then gone back in.
So we've only got, how long to a start? We've only got 7 minutes, so I don't think there's...
Oh, they're not going to make this first
start
race.
Here the first time, but Jimmy, just might keep your eyes peeled to see if anything comes rocketing out of Double Bay, but that is bad news for the Yandu boys and certainly for the fleet, but opens things up a little bit. They've been pretty solid the last few years, but today is another day, and this race is certainly... breeze is up, and the sky is quite clear looking up the race course. Still a lot of heavy cloud away to the north and northeast, and it's probably still raining up your way, Dol, I think, and Jimmy up Manly way, but at the moment quite clear at this end of the harbour.
We got absolutely belted on the northern beaches last night. Won't be watering the garden anytime soon.
No.
But yeah, we've got a bit of a gap in the... We've got breeze on now on the front of some cloud, and then we've got a bit of a gap, so it might drop off again, and then when this next line of cloud comes through, pick up again. So, but yeah, as I was saying, Pete, a lot of crap in the water here, so people want to watch out for plastic bags and...
Well, not only plastic bags, I was seeing a big log before, which I was trying to signal to one of the rescue boats to pick up out of the water. It was
a decent sized lump
over 6 foot long.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of debris after this heavy rain. It'll be washing out of the harbour. Okay, signals are up. 5 minutes to go. The second heat of the Australian 18-foot skiff championship, and no Yandu. That's the big news for this heat. They had an issue. They've gone back to Double Bay. We know no more than that, but we can say that they will not be on the start line for this second heat after winning yesterday's first race. But that's the start line, and the breeze is a little shifty, Dol, isn't it? We've got about 13, 14 knots, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say more than a little.
Maybe, yes.
More than a little shifty.
Yeah,
but yeah, we've got good pressure now.
Good,
so
maybe more than 13 or 14, maybe 15 at times.
Hopefully that hangs in for the next 4 or 5 minutes so we can get off the line nice and cleanly.
So just getting word, Yandu is still in the water. They seem to be working on something at the end of the spinnaker pole.
Right.
So...
Okay. Thank you, Jimmy, and thank you, Intelligence on the Shore at Warwick Rookland, a great friend and great 18-foot and skiff sailor. 4 minutes to go. Now, Dol, okay, where are you going to line me up? Which way are we going? Going to go left or right?
Well, I'd say left over towards Bradley's Head, and then I'd be getting at least past mid-harbour. It'd be my call. I reckon on what we've seen in so far this season, Keegan will be banging Bradley's Head. he seems to be liking Bradley's Head the last few months. So, but yeah, I'd be getting over towards Bradley's and then chipping over to the right as much as I can. Get to the pressure and tack on it.
I think we're in agreement. I think that's the way we would go and come round Bradley's and look for the nice left-hander, but we will see shortly.
You tend to get that port hand lift as the breeze bends at Bradley's. Get back across until you get to some pressure, and that pressure is usually high in the right. So we'll see how it pans out. Things don't always go to plan.
No, ask the Yandu boys. They're not here if you've just joined us. Yandu is not a starter in this second heat today. They've had an issue and they've gone back to the park to try and get repairs done so they can come out for the second race today. But meanwhile, 2 minutes 45 to go in breeze of it's coming through in little waves of pressure, probably 15 knots, 16 knots perhaps.
Hughes laid what I'd call a pretty even line, actually. It's not much favour to either end. Benefit of being up towards the boat end is you can hold off on your tack towards Bradley's Head longer. But right now, majority of the boats seem to be looking down line a bit more. So
I just saw Club Marine, I think, have a capsize. They're back up. Yeah, with 2 minutes to go, they should be okay. The fleet way back from the line. And remembering it's a two-lapper. 1.3 miles is the length of the course to the Windward mark. And then they'll run down. The first run, they go round a gate, 2 marks, just above the start line, and then another beat and then a run to the finish. Course 6 and a two-lapper. Yandu winning yesterday from Shaw and Partners in Balmain, but again, if you've just joined us, no Yandu for this first race. Had a breakdown of some description, and they're trying to desperately get it ready for the second race today. But we're concentrating now with just under a minute 30 to go. Where are we going to start, Dol? There's a few...
like I say, it's kind of boatish.
Yeah, it is.
Gives you the long run. Keegan York coming in Shaw and Partners on port tack, looking to come across and then obviously tack underneath a few boats. There they are. So he's just borne away there to give himself some distance, and he'll wind back up and tack shortly, I think.
Water quite bumpy up here at the start line. We've had a couple of ferries and pleasure craft go through with a minute to go for the second heat. Yeah, the Shaw and Partners up here at the weather end.
By the time they start, he'll be well down the line, though, I think.
Yeah, with 40 seconds
We've got a lot of boats racked up behind us, though, Pete, so...
I think the committee boat would be generally favoured, committee or middle of the line. There's no one, there's a couple right down to leeward. Starting to get wound up now, 25 seconds. Lazarus, the most windward boat of the fleet. He likes that position, Tom. Tom Koenig, he's always up here. Balmain, one of the boats right down to leeward. See them
Still
there?
On port tack, mate.
There they are, the orange hull.
He's looking to cross them if he can.
Yeah, Henry Larkin's going for it down there. He might get away with this. 4, 3, there they go. The trigger down 1, they're away. All clear, I think, Dol, and Balmain. And 6 down at the pin end have got the jump. Oh, what's happened to Balmain? Oh, was he going back? What happened there? Oh, they've had a disaster there. What happened to Balmain?
They were looking good, and it looked like they might have just wiped out and gone into an involuntary tack, I think.
Something happened dramatically there, and he's still not...
And they're not
right,
recovering.
No, he's got a problem. But anyway, the 6 got the jump. They down at that leeward end. The pin paid. Big time. Well, it's gone left. That's why. Balmain's back and going. No, it's short. There's Shaw and Partners.
18-footers capsized.
Yep, they're down.
18-footer down. Well, spiky now. The wind, there's another big cloud coming out over Rose Bay. Balmain's capsized.
They've gone back and there was no individual recall.
Yeah, I don't know whether they were going back. I think they had a real problem, but that's disappointing. But anyway, we're away. Majority of the fleet, if not all the fleet, on port tack, going out in the middle in the early lead at GC Sails, and 6th GC Sails. Wow, he's impressive, Dol. He's got away on port tack.
He did that yesterday too, didn't he?
He did.
Port-handed the fleet and got away early.
There's Brett Van Munster at bottom foreground on Fisher Paykel. Strong yesterday in 5th. He got a good start and good breeze, but a big cloud coming out over Rose Bay, Dol. That's going to be could come into play.
Yeah, we'll see some pressure out of this cloud that's coming through, and I'd expect the breeze to perhaps be a little bit left from it.
Well, no one followed our advice by going up to Bradley's, because you can see why. There's a big lee now under Bradley's because the breeze has gone left.
It has,
Look
yeah.
at Fisher Paykel's really high on the left. Big time left. Certainly at the moment favouring Fisher Paykel, and also the Bigfoot from Queensland. But there's GC Sales. They playing pretty smart tactics here. They're coming across to cover off on Fisher Paykel.
Fisher Paykel and Bigfoot done well, very well. So 6th out to the right-hand side. They're showing as leading, but they've still got to tack and come back. It'll be interesting to see when we do get across.
Yeah, but they're strong, there's no doubt about that. There they are, way in the distance. They're going in towards Clark Island.
Can see now into Double Bay, Shippo. Yandu's up on in the park, so still upright, but fingers crossed.
No Yandu. That's the big news out of this race. And look at 6th. They're all smoking. These boats are really all on second rigs, and plenty of wind. GC Sales, Scott and Dave Cunningham and Joel Turner. 4th yesterday. But here the Germans coming up the middle too. Dole on starboard. You'll see them in a moment. Come round the bow of GC Sales.
Oh, yep.
There they are. They're still going in on port.
Yeah, the Germans look like they're getting through the water very, very nicely. 6th over there have tacked on a high right.
Yeah,
so that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
you get over to that side, pick up the right-hand shift, bow down a bit now, but I think GC Sales is probably still going to cross them.
The boat without the insignia is our friends from Germany, the Black Knight, right in the hunt here.
Interesting stuff we've got now.
2 Queenslanders right up there.
Yeah.
The Bigfoot
I think
and GC
Sales will lead, Bigfoot second. Geez, GC Sales, aren't they impressive?
Getting through the water really nicely, aren't they?
Yeah.
High and fast.
Rig looks well set up. Nice balance in the boat.
6th also having a bit of a dig back to the right again.
And there's a tracker with all the boats all fitted with tracking devices on screen with their course over ground, speed over ground, and all the other information you need there.
For the tech heads.
Well, the good part with all that, Dole, they can go back after the race and analyse it.
They can, yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
So all the leaders now on port tack going in towards Point Piper Double Bay. No one's bounced out to starboard yet. It's GC Sales leads from the Bigfoot and probably the Black Knight on 6th.
Yeah, they'll just hang on until they get a header.
You don't want to go too far here. Black Knight's tacked off camera. There he is, and that's the 3 that he's looking at. From the top, GC Sales, Bigfoot and 6th. 6th is going to go behind him. So the Black Knight 3rd.
Breeze right now staying in the left. These guys are waiting for a header to tack on. They're just not quite getting it yet. And looking where we are, it's looking pretty patchy, isn't it?
Well, it is. There's a massive, big black cloud overhead here, right up near the weather mark. There's still a fair way to go to the weather mark, which is sort of past the eastern side of Point Piper. But all eyes are on this boat. GC Sales.
From here to the top mark is looking very tricky.
Further right you get, the more you're going to get under the lee of Point Piper. There's Keegan York, Shaw and Partners. Back a little, probably Where's he, about fifth or sixth? No, sixth.
Bigfoot's tacked down. I don't think GC Sales will be
Still
far
going,
off going.
right into Point Piper. He's going to have your problem, Dom. He's going to run out of water here. He's going to have to tack.
Here they
there
go.
He goes.
Yeah, he's a bit dangerous getting into this real patchy stuff
It
in
is,
the
isn't
hard
it?
right.
Maybe a little bit of lack of harbour knowledge, but let's see. He's good enough at the moment. He's really flying.
He's going to be in good pressure in about
Yeah.
50 metres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
Just coming into it now.
boat
Here
looks,
he goes.
Boat looks terrific.
Does,
I
doesn't it?
suppose once you get in the front, it always looks good. But boy, they look as though they're handling this well, and they are quick. They are quick. Yep, he's done that pretty well. He's not super high, but he's super quick. Now it's starting to spread out a little bit, so we can see there's probably 1 and 2. GC Sales and the Bigfoot.
Spread out a little bit, Shippo. These
Yeah.
guys have just
Legged it.
on a march, aren't
Yeah.
they, Jimmy?
They have legged it.
We've
They
probably
have
got
gapped the following boat
Black
fleet.
Knight from Germany 3rd, and the first Sydney boat is 6th. Now, did Balmain get up and go again? We don't know, really. They had an issue just after the start, after probably getting the start. But
They
so-
look like they really lost control,
Yeah.
like maybe a broken tiller extension or something like that.
So it's quite light now up towards the weather mark. They've got about 400 metres to go to the weather mark, which is fairly well up into Rose Bay. Is the Bigfoot coming back on port? Still in second position. Lazarus out the back a little. Tom Koenig.
Same again. These Queenslanders are looking good. The Bigfoot looking very tidy, getting up through this shifty, patchy section of the course. Brett Van Munster in Fisher Paykel, you just saw pass behind, but there's our leader, GC Sales, Scott Cunningham.
Not on camera.
Is
There's
that
someone
Smeg?
swimming after Smeg.
Is it Smeg, I think?
They've lost someone over the
Oh,
side.
man,
who's swimming.
overboard, Jimmy.
Yeah, looks like it.
And Balmain, by the looks of it, are back up and running in about 14th place at the moment for the Balmain team.
Yes, Smeg are still trying to get that guy on board. But anyway, here we go. All eyes on this boat. Approaching the weather mark. You've got about 100 metres to go. And breeze coming again under this cloud, Dole. So,
Yeah, nice little spike coming out of Woollahra now, but it's only a short gust, this one. No doubt it'll be on them as they try. They'll get it puff as they're trying to bear away, right? Just make it harder.
Yeah, it always the way. Good sailing from these boys.
So far off attack. Here they go.
The interesting placings at this mark, they've really opened up here. So GC Sales will lead quite comfortably.
Yeah, Bigfoot managed to close a bit on them in that last little exchange of a couple of tacks. Bigfoot right on their tail now.
I believe Yandu has a problem sorted out as
I thought I seen them coming
Yeah.
out of Double Bay, Pete, when
Okay.
when we were heading out.
well, there's the Bigfoot second.
Unfortunately,
around.
they just squeezed to get round that mark.
Yeah, just slow them down a bit.
Cost them quite a bit, yep.
So GC Sales got the spinnaker set running into Clark. They'll jibe and go back down towards the starting area where they've round a gate. And then another lap. But now a big gap to third. And who's it going to be out here? Is it this out to the left, the Black Knight?
Black Knight with the
Or-
six spinnaker with six right behind him, so you get the double sixth.
And Shaw and Partners, all big bear away coming into shot
sure.
now. There they are. That was a bit of a wild one off
Keegan
screen.
at full pace. Okay, so here we go. Third, the Black Knight of Germany. Fourth will be sixth. And next will be Vycobi. Nice to see them back and up amongst it. after their disaster yesterday. Kirk Mitchell, now Shaw and Partners, then Fisher Paykel. Strong again, Brett Van Munster. All running Joe Bearaway sets. Vycobia in a good gust. Lazarus will be next. Tom Koenig. So the run back down towards Athelbite. Now it'll be a VMG run, as you'd expect. Lazarus around at the bottom mark. The Royal Oak is next. Well done to them. Hugo Stoner, he's around. Then Rag and Famish. The Brisbane 18-footers. Then Club Marine, Emma Rankin. Following Emma will be Killer Coffee. Then Ballard Properties, which is Rebecca Hancock, Beck Hancock, and Balmain after them, after their disaster at the starting area. They're clawing their way back into it.
Not a bad recovery from Balmain, considering.
Gotcha for Life, and then Kitchen Maker, the remaining two. Smeg,
they've got 3 guys on board again. That's a good start.
That's good news from them, but they're a long way back.
Looks like they were fixing something, so wondering whether they had a spare tiller extension or something like that, Dole, to swap it out.
Perhaps, yeah.
You know, like normally as the skipper falls off a boat, if it was the skipper,
got to let go pretty quick.
Hold on to that tiller extension too long, it's recipe for disaster. But we weren't there to see what happened, so we're only speculating on that front.
GC Sails running a big deep angle down on starboard still. They have just extended massively. So they've hooked onto some pressure, and starboard run pointing at the mark. They've absolutely streeted the field.
About a couple of 100 metres away from the turning gate. Here's a group with about vying for 4th, 5th and 6th, but off screen, off camera, Yandu is back out on the water, so we're anticipating that they will start in the next race as we're watching Vycobia jibe. There's Shaw and Partners running away after the German boat, Black Knight, with the 6th Spinnaker. So it's GC Sails are leading for the Bigfoot. GC Sails have gone right under the lee of Bradley's a little bit. You can see they're a bit soft.
Yeah, now Bigfoot and the Germans have jibed onto some really good pressure.
Good puff. The Bigfoot is hammering down at this. They've closed the gap. You can see them coming in with a white Spinnaker, top of screen. That's the Bigfoot. Bags and covers from Queensland. Dave Hayter, Trent Naylor and Elliot Maher.
The white Spinnaker you're looking at there is GC Sails. They got a little bit soft, and the Bigfoot hooked onto a really nice bit of pressure, and they have just come charging down to them. There's 2 of them on screen now.
Starting to rain here at Dole. We're getting wet again.
Big rain and more pressure.
So the gate awaits these boats. Big choice here, left or right. You can see the squall that Bigfoot's in now. Running hard here. They've run right down to GC Sails. Okay.
They've closed down what was probably a 400 or 500 metre lead there.
Is this going to be a split here at the gate? No, it looks both going right-hand gate, I think.
I think so. It's a closer turn.
Bigfoot have got to get that Spinnaker down. It's
got it jammed on the top spreader or the forestay.
Yeah, they can't
got it now.
They've got it now. Okay, and barrelling down is the Black Knight in a good squall too. Okay, so GC Sails around, so they closed up a little there, the Bigfoot. Round on starboard. Now the Black Knight, 3rd. And Shaw and Partners, Keegan's got himself into 4th position. With a very good run Downwind.
He has got that horrible deep square run into this mark, is always a bit risky.
And there's a really good puff coming down. It's causing a bit of mayhem behind.
Off screen, have a look at Lazarus.
Tommy Koenig, he's got a bit on.
They've got plenty on. There they are there.
Yep, the rag and famish up behind the Lazarus is off the map.
Okay, so Fisher Paykel round at the right-hand gate in trouble. Off camera, Brett Van Munster, but that's Vycobi's. The only one so far has gone to the left-hand gate. Might be pay out for him, but a lot of rain now coming.
We'll give him a clear lane. So.
Yeah, here comes Tom Koenig and the Lazarus. He's going right-hand gate.
There's the rag. Look, they are lit up on a very tight lay to this gate. They're going to have to knock off a little bit early. There they go now.
And then the green spinnaker belongs to the Royal Oak, Hugo Stoner. He's left things a bit late.
Balmain there. They've come in from the other side to a tight line as well. They just got underestimated. Both those boats that we've just seen underestimated the amount of pressure and just got carted below the lay line.
Yeah, the breeze has spiked up under this cloud, but if you've just joined us, there's no Yandu. Yesterday's first heat winner had gear issues, had to go back to the park and fix them, and they did not start in this second heat. They're out now, and hopefully we'll get a starter in the third race, but there's the bit of rain over Sydney. There's only a few boats have gone to that left-hand gate, Dole.
Oh, big gusts here.
Yeah,
big gusts and big
left-hand
lulls.
gust. Big left-hand gust. Lazarus nearly came to grief, but they rescued that. It's left up near the gate, but the further out you get, it's a lot of right. So the boat that went furthest right, because he went to the left-hand gate, is Vycobi, Kurt Mitchell.
And in doing that, he's probably stayed in more consistent pressure, I think. So I think that's worked out pretty well for him thus far.
GC Sails working up the middle of the course. So Vycobi, according to the tracker, is now in third spot. Look, they have a big split in the fleet. They're right over near Clark Island.
Yeah, on the downside, they've got to come back on a big starboard header, which they're in now. So,
and the boat that's impressive up here is the Black Knight. They've just gone behind GC Sails, and also the Bigfoot. They're only a couple of boat lengths behind GC Sails, who led at the first two marks. They've just got this beat to go and then a run to the finish. 2 laps in the second heat of the Australian titles.
Definitely tightened up between this top three.
And the breeze looks quite solid again here as they're going in. These two going out in the middle of this harbour. GC Sails went right up to Bradley's Head and has tacked away off camera.
What they've done there, Pete, is they've sailed up to the next line of pressure and tacked on it. You know, I've been saying there's some pretty wise heads on that boat. They read that very, very well.
Well, they're the big three there. It's all tight. There's a yacht coming across on starboard, but no sail insignia is the Black Knight. Obviously, GC Sails in the foreground.
Big foot bags and covers in between. So we might have to adjust our form guide a little after today's first race. Great to see some visitors coming in and punching.
Is this yacht going to be friendly? No, GC Sails across the yacht. Yeah, I think the right's paying at the moment. And in the background, down on Clark Island, Shaw and Partners. Don't know where Vycobi ended up out of all of that. Oh, he went hard right, now he's going hard left. Yeah. So he's now going from Clark Island to Bradley's Head.
Banging the corners, we call that.
Yeah. So Keegan York, right in touch. Second yesterday in the first heat.
So the reason why Yandu went back in, they had to fix a whisker wire.
Right.
So just getting word through now. So
viewers at home that don't know what the whisker wire is, it's a wire that runs from the end of the wing out to the end of the spinnaker pole and gives it that sideways support. So that might have popped out of a T-ball, or they might have broken a T-ball or something, which is on the end of the wire. But either way, it looks like they've fixed that, and they'll be back for race 2 today. No doubt they'll be quite disappointed.
So we're about halfway up the beat, the second and final time. Shaw and Partners not just tacked into double bay. They don't look super high on starboard at this time, but here are the 3 leaders all lined up here.
I don't think you could make a call between the 3 of them right now, Pete. It's pretty tight. Germans have tacked. The Black Knights.
Yeah, well,
they're behind.
They're behind these 2 at the moment.
I'd still give it the GC Sails right now, unless they get a big header.
And then behind them, 6 are going right into double bay. I'm not going to go too far there, Jacob. You'll get clobbered when you come back out. But okay, so Black Knight is 3rd, quite clearly there. And here comes the Bigfoot. Bag and Covers has tacked. Oh, he's got no breeze. Look at that. Tacked into nothing. That's the problem. You get a little bit too far there. It'll let you down. But anyway, he's just got steam up again. It's going to be close. He's got starboard advantage. Now he's behind GC Sails.
That was pretty close.
Yeah. GC Sails, basically the course he sailed last time, went right into the western end of Point Piper. You can see that there. He's tacking now. A few yachts on the harbour, doing a squadron afternoon race, I think. But out into pressure. See a bit of rain around, a bit grey. You probably see that on your pictures.
Germans taking a tack back. The Black Knight, they're coming back for another dig to the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Very tight. GC Sails have been knocking the whole time down into the line of Bigfoot, Bags and Covers, and
he's right in the gas of a yacht that's about 50 metres upwind of him, 40 metres upwind of him.
Wouldn't be doing him any favours, would it?
No. Black Knight's about to tack, I think.
Oh, Jimmy's got him on starboard here.
Yeah.
I'm in the moorings out the front of the Edwards. Hope he knows the rules.
Yeah, there he goes. Oh, nice move from Heinrich there.
Very good. Look at the yacht ahead of him, very high on starboard.
Yeah, he's got to get over that yacht though, and that's not going to be easy.
No.
Lifting now a little. It's looking better. Looking very good right now if this breeze holds in the right.
Baz Atkins will be getting excited.
Oh.
Settle down, Baz. You'll be all right. Long way to go. And a lot of rain. Look at this rain coming out of Rose Bay, Dol.
We're about to get belted again.
Can't see Rose Bay now. It's just rain, more rain. Now he's dropping into this yacht, which you'd expect. The yacht's pretty up.
Oh, poor tack from GC Sails.
Yeah, it was behind. Yeah, didn't get that right.
Advantage to Heinrich. They're going to have to dip him. They're going to have to dip him. Yep.
There's the dip. So the new leader is Bigfoot, I think.
Yeah.
Very tight, but he's across. There's a yacht right in the middle of things. And we're about 100 metres from the weather mark. Okay, the Germans have tacked.
Yeah, they couldn't live above that yacht.
You can't live there. So this is a really good race, Dol.
Great race, and I'm expecting we might get a bit of a breeze spike coming through with this line of rain. You can see it there, folks. Top of picture doesn't show up so much on the vision, but trust me, that is a lot of rain heading our way right now. We've just had to bring the drone down. Apologies for that.
You're wondering why there's no drone. We just can't get it up in this weather. It's this rain squall coming through now.
GC Sails really testing the depth on the point here.
So he's coming back out. You'll see him in a moment to intersect with the other two. Oh boy, it's raining here at the moment. But the Bigfoot, Bag and Covers, Dave Hayter, Trent Nabor and Elliot Marr on a tight lay to the weather mark the last time. There's a ferry coming through.
Oh, yeah, that's going to...
Hopefully he'll
Is he going to do
stop.
the right
He's
thing?
stopped, I think, the ferry.
He needs
Sure,
to put his foot down and get out of dodge.
Wow, look at this rain again, boys and girls. It's the ferry will be okay.
And yep, there's plenty of breeze with this rain.
Bigfoot, is he going to be okay getting the bear away done? Not at the moment. There's the ferry.
Here we go.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh,
Plenty on.
No.
Too much on.
a lot of breeze with this rain.
Okay. GC Sails just taking it quietly at the mark. Okay, they're around. Bigfoot's got the bow down. Now the Germans. The Black Knights around. It's a race in 3. A bit close race in 3. Spinnaker's up. Now the run to the finish. That's all that's left of this Heat 2 of the titles as rain descends right across the racecourse. And here comes Shaw and Partners hanging on in 4th spot. Breeze down a little. They should get the bear away done okay here, Kegs.
Got the ferry wash to contend with as well.
He's
Jacob
right.
Marks in 6th is
sixth
next around.
Is 5th. Then Kobe is 6th. And then I think it's Lazarus. Tom Kunig. He is then with Mark Chapman and Tim Westwood. And then a fair gap then to Fisher Paykel.
3 leaders of jive there now off the island. And that shot gives you a bit more of an idea of the weather conditions we're experiencing right now.
Look at this rain again. Wow. So you'd think the only one that can get stuck into these top 3 is our friends here on Shore and Partners. I think the rest are probably too far back.
Yeah, no doubt Shore and Partners will throw a few different tactics, just try and hook onto the lines of pressure and bring it down with them.
Yeah, you weren't going to want to go... The leading group have gone right up under Point Piper. That's certainly the Germans, the Black Knight, and the Bigfoot. You won't want to go too far up there.
Yeah, this heavy rain, Shippo, makes it very hard to see the breeze on the water. Really relying on the feel rather than what you can see. But yeah, the danger for these guys now is if Keegan Yaw hooks onto a big puff and gets some depth down the middle.
Well, the other thing too, Dull, is that ferry that just flashed across the screen, the hold them away. Where they go to jibe, that might hold them out as well from getting down there.
Okay, so Black Knight have jibed.
Okay, so GC Sails leads. He's got himself back in front. The Bigfoot are 3rd. They had a real difficult rounding at the weather mark. They really got a puff of the day to try and get the bow down, but that's the order. Just don't know whether Shore and Partners has got enough runway to get back into this placings.
Well, right now he's coming down with some beautiful pressure. But these guys still have a fair jump. They've hooked onto that same pressure now. They're on the front of it.
About halfway.
As Jimmy mentioned, the ferry's crossing their bow right now. It's going to make it a bit difficult.
Good heading puff. So advantage the first 2 boats.
There's Shore and Partners on screen now, coming down on the face of a good gust. They'll probably look to set up and jibe fairly soon, I would think.
So racing 2 at the moment. When we get back to the leaders between GC Sails and the Black Knight, we leave Shore and Partners in 4th spot. Here they are. Race to the finish. And it's the moment advantage. Slightly the Black Knight up to Windward. Trying to roll over the top of GC Sails and doing a fine job.
Yeah, and I think they might get it. They might have a jibe in it. No, they're laying. I think, are they, Jimmy?
No, I'm
a bit further down.
Still got a jibe in it, Dull. That's what I've been trying to look for was a finish boat.
It's hard to see the finishing boat from where we are. We're only about 200 metres from it. It's pouring rain at that area, but
just wondering if GC Sails can control.
I think he can at the moment.
Yeah.
I think he can control him at the moment.
Hold them out, stop them from jibing till the last moment to the lay line.
Where's the other end? Okay. Yeah, well, Black Knight's a little bit quicker at the moment.
He's starting to soak over them.
Onto their line.
Yeah.
Soaked over them now. Starting to give them some
Now,
gas.
this is exciting. This is exciting. Can
Got to
Black
nail
Knight
the jibe.
get across? He's going to have a go at it. Here he goes. Oh, yeah, he's through. He's through. Now, has he laid
gone
down
too
yet?
soon?
I
Too
think he
early.
might have. I think he has.
Oh, and not a great jibe
No.
either. So GC Sales
Sales, they're
need to
closer to
nail
the
this
finishing line.
jibe.
Yeah.
Here they go. Oh, not a great jibe either, but they're up and running.
They probably could have gone a bit further too. This pin end's
Pin end's closer, I
isn't
think.
it?
Yep.
Absolutely. Okay, it's a race here. Look at this to the finishing line. Black Knight of Germany. GC Sales. I think Black Knight's jibed again.
With starboard right.
Yeah, but GC Sales going to get across him, I think.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that, Shippers.
Oh,
Jimmy's
boy,
lined
it's
us up.
close.
Oh, photo.
absolutely. That was
Jeepers.
close. Can't pick it. Can't pick it.
No. Jimmy had us lined up
Yeah,
beautifully
yeah.
then, and there was nothing in it, was
That
it,
was
Jimmy?
a race,
Either or.
terrific race from both those boats, and also the Bigfoot. All we can say is the Bigfoot's third. I can't do any better than that.
Wow, what
for
a
you.
finish.
That was terrific. Terrific
It was
race.
incredible.
So we'll try and get the correct weight in a moment.
They're both looking at each other going, who got it, you or us? And
I
Don't ask us.
I don't think either of them would know. It was that close.
Usually the boat that's closer to the committee boat looks to be ahead because it's the boat that they're looking at. The other boat is masked behind it. So unless Hugh could see a little bit of spinnaker pole sticking out in front,
Tough one.
tough one indeed.
Okay, Shaw and Partners. Good start to their regatta. A second and a fourth. GC also a very good start. Okay, Shaw and Partners just coming across in fourth. Sixth will be fifth.
I'm sure they do that to you, Shippo, just to confuse you.
Yes, yeah. Why isn't sixth?
Certainly make things easier, wouldn't
So,
it?
Jimmy, you're trying to confirm who got home first.
The tracker has Black Knight, but
That is unofficial, of course, but
unofficial. We'll try and get some confirmation off
And
them.
as I mentioned yesterday, I don't think they've got the trackers in a specific place, have they? They can put it on their mast, they can put it in their life jacket, they can put it on the back of the boat. So
okay, well, Jacob Marks across in fifth position in sixth with Jacob, Alex Marinelli and Matt Doyle. They were up there all race, so good effort. And then the sky is, or the rain's cleared a little bit. Bumpy old harbour here, Dole, isn't it? There's not much wind and plenty of waves. We're looking at Kirk Mitchell come round in by Kobe. He'll be sixth boat to finish.
yeah, good to see them get
Yeah.
up there again after a disappointing day with some gear failure yesterday.
And then a big gap, and it's some big jibing angles down here. It's really light.
We've got Lazarus sneaking in from your far left
Yeah,
there,
he's out.
Shippo.
I saw him come round the Bradley's head side, so he'll be seventh when he crosses. And then probably the next boat could be Balmain.
Brett Van Munster
Is that
in
him
the
with the
Fisher
white
Paykel, I think.
The
Yeah,
white spinnaker, perhaps.
Or the Balmain, one or the
yeah,
other.
they're pretty close, aren't they, Jimmy?
Look how
Which would be a remarkable comeback for Balmain,
Yeah.
either which way.
Yeah.
they've heated right up, haven't they? Because the breeze is down. Okay, here comes our friends in Lazarus Capital Partners. Mark and Tim Westwood, Mark Chapon and Tom Koenig, they're across seventh. So they'll have a 6 and a 7 to start the regatta. And they're a little weight now, and I think it could be Balmain here, Dole, and the orange spinnaker just jibing. The white spinnaker converging with them is Fisher Paykel.
Fisher
Oh, no, I think
Paykel.
he's closer to us. Fisher Paykel's closer.
Jen, it's gone soft again,
Hasn't it? Look how much they've got to heat up.
We had beautiful pressure there for that last run, and these guys are coming down with not a lot of breeze at all. Really struggling. Yeah, Fisher Paykel just managed to jibe just in front of Balmain there. Be another little drag race down to the finish.
Oh yeah, it is light. Number 2 rigs these skiffs are on, which they rigged for the start, which was a number 2 conditions, but at the moment, oh, we're lucky to have 10 knots here, aren't we?
Yeah, indeed.
Very light.
The GC Sail boys asking who won.
Have we got confirmation, Jimmy?
I've messaged 3 people on board that start boat, so I'm sure once they have a look, there's
So
no
we're
point in
sorry,
messaging.
it was so close we really can't call it between the Black Knight and GC Sails. At the finish, they went across, locked, well, not locked together, but actually we couldn't pick it. We're right on the line, so it'll be...
The poles, and they were exactly lined up.
You couldn't have done it better if you wanted a dead heat. Okay, well, next to finish will be, I think, Balmain, or is Fisher Paykel going to nail him here? No, Balmain.
Balmain sneaked through.
Well, if you were watching earlier, they got a gun start at the pin end and then went about 10 metres, and then all sorts of problems came aboard, and I don't know what happened, but they ended up capsizing, I think, didn't they, Jimmy, the Balmain?
Yeah, they looked like they were returning as if they were over, which they weren't. There was no individual flag, and then they capsized on the jibe.
So, again, they had to come from a long way back, so they finished in 8th. Brett Van Munster in Fisher Paykel with Logan Radford and Tom Quigley. They were 9th. And then our next boat is the Brisbane 18-footers. Is that them? Yeah, Brisbane 18-footers in the top 10 again. They finished yesterday. They were 8th. So no Yandu, if you've just joined us. They didn't race today. In the first race, they had gear issues. And they had to go back and get it sorted out. Rag and Famish will be next to finish in 11th spot. Oh, it has got super light. The rain has cleared. The wind has cleared too. It's less than 10 knots here at the moment as Ben Crawford goes across in the
Rag.
the Royal Oak. The Rag and Famish. Ryan Ewings and Max Nern with him. And next will be the Royal Oak. The Battle of the Hotels. So Royal Oak will be 12th. Hugo Stoner, Jerome Watson, Daniel Watson. Oh, the boats are just drifting downwind, aren't they, Dol? Look at
There's
this.
some real, they're straggling down in very little pressure now.
Definite big rig.
You'd want to get powered up for the second race at the moment.
Yandu could have changed rigs while they were in there.
Brave call, Dolph.
A big call indeed, yeah. If they'd done it, they would have looked at that last run of the leaders and gone, uh-oh.
Not for us.
No, but right now, I'm just looking at Yandu right now, just having a little practice beat out from the start line.
Yep, as we watch Royal Oak finish.
They are 3 on wire and comfortable.
Yeah, a little bit more breeze now.
Thank you, Jono. There they are. So I wouldn't say they're powered up, but
No.
they are pulling 3 strings.
Next to finish, I think, is going to be
It's either going to be
Beck Hancock
in Sotheby's, or we've got Emma Rankin coming in from the far side.
So the two girls next.
With pressure.
So the 2 girls next. We're not sure of the order. Probably
Emma's coming in pretty hot.
Emma's really charging in here. I think Beck's got one more jibe at least to come in. Yeah, I think the Club Marine are going to get 13th. Yeah, Club Marine Emma Rankin.
Well, it's going to be pretty
no,
close.
maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe
No,
not.
I think, Ballard.
Yeah, Ballard. Yep. Well done. Ballard Property Group, Beck Hancock. And then after Club Marine, Killer Coffee.
Cameron McDonald.
So
Confirmation for you, Shippo. Black Knight first.
Black Knight. Okay, well done.
The boat that was closer to the committee vote.
Yep. So confirm Black Knight first. GC Sales second. That's the official order. Heat 2 of the championship. So what a race. I'd say the margin would have to be a second, wouldn't it? 1 second?
If not even, I think. Formula One, they measure it in hundreds
milliseconds or hundreds of, yeah.
Yep.
Well, we're waiting now for the remainder of the fleet to come down to the finishing area quite slowly. The breeze is really down here at the starting area.
Not sure what the 18-footers are doing. I thought they did the course and...
They haven't finished yet, have they?
No, I haven't got
So
that.
the
Next
Kitchen Maker and then Gotcha for Life.
Kitchen Maker, 16. Then Gotcha for Life will be 17.
So what we're talking
So we
about
missed-
there is the 18-footers bar and grill just sailed on the wrong side of the committee boat with no spinnaker up.
So we've missed someone. Got the Killer Coffee.
Shippo, missing someone a bit like you missed your daughter when you went to Hobart and we've got some footage of you.
Oh,
there
look
you
at
are.
this. Look at this. Here we go.
With
The Mighty Love and War. Look at that.
Grace, that's Peter Shipway's daughter, steering the
Oh, how
Mighty Love
wonderful.
and War across the
How wonderful.
finish line. And Shippo, you were out there in a rib on a, as you can see, a very overcast day, and you had sunglasses on.
Yeah,
What was that all
well,
about?
there we go.
Bit of dust in the air down there, was there, Shippo?
Yeah, how lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys. That is special and unexpected.
Well, a very special moment for you, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it was great to see, and
Look at that.
Grace's first Hobart, right, Pete?
Yes, she's now telling me how to sail, which is fair enough, I suppose. Yeah,
But to do it on that boat that's
Yes,
got
exactly.
so much history with your family,
yeah,
Pete.
exactly, yeah. No, that's lovely. Thanks, guys, for that.
This is your life. We're about to present you with a big book, mate.
Wouldn't be much in it. Oh, okay, we've got the AP up. We're back to the real sailing. Here we go. So, thanks again. So, the second heat, a thrilling contest. I'd say 1 second was the delta at the finishing line, or probably less. The Black Knight from Germany, Henrik von Bayern, Tom Martin and Andy Martin wins a heat of the Australian titles, the second race. GC Sales second. The Bigfoot third, Shaw and Partners fourth, sixth was fifth, Vycobi sixth, Lazarus seventh, Balmain eighth, Fisher Paykel 9, the Brisbane 18-footer Sailing Club 10th, Rag and Famish 11, Royal Oak 12, Ballard Properties 13, Club Marine 14, Killer Coffee 15, Kitchen Maker 16, Gotcha for Life 17. Is there anyone else to finish, Jimmy? I don't think there is there?
No, there's not. I can't say, well, there is. They're not upright.
Long way. Okay. And, of course, Yandu did not start, but she's back out for the second race. So what are we seeing here, Dol? A bit of cloud cover, and the breeze is...
Definitely down.
Down, lucky to be 10 knots here, probably 11 knots.
Yeah, looks like there's a little bit more up towards Point Piper, and there is another cloud heading our way. Not a heavy rain cloud. That might bring us a little bit more pressure, but it's looking like we're going to be down a bit on what we had in the last start. That's for sure. The sun's out. It's pretty muggy after all that rain.
So got confirmation from the start boat also. Same course, but 3 lappers. So
3 lappers.
6 over 3 is displayed on board the start boat.
Well spotted, Jimmy, yes. Well, a bit longer race in time and in distance. So 3 laps, Windward, Leeward.
Well, we're normally only starting this time of day.
Indeed.
Yep. Okay, AP down. There's one skiff right up there near Clark Island. See him up there, Jimmy?
Lazarus. Pete.
What are they doing, Tommy? You better get back.
They were yelling at one of the rescue boats when they were crossing the finish line.
Oh, were they?
And when I say yelling at one of the rescue boats, trying to get their attention, most of the rescue boats here carry spare tillers, spare spinnakers, parts that are easily interchangeable between all the boats. Obviously don't carry spare mainsails or anything like that, but yeah, so a bit unfortunate if that's them heading home.
Well, I think they're going to struggle to get back to the start. They're sort of still going upwind. That yacht up there, Dol, at Point Piper, he's high on starboard, isn't he? See him up there, the white sails?
Yeah, similar, and he looks like he's got a bit of pressure. There's a bit of breeze filling down right now where that lime green spinnaker, asymmetric spinnaker on the yacht is. 5 minutes as displayed.
We're up at Athelbite off Taronga Park Zoo, western side of Bradley's Head. As we pan around, there's Killer Coffee, and here is Yandu. They're back, hopefully in 100% condition. They missed the heat this morning, the first race today, this afternoon. So this will be heat 3 of the Australian 18-foot titles. A race again tomorrow, Monday, in Sydney. And it's an earlier start, I believe, 1 o'clock. Jimmy, is that right?
1 o'clock tomorrow, so make sure you adjust your alarms.
Yeah, wherever you are. Okay, 4 minutes to go. And I would say, is Lazarus, he's gone home, has he?
Yes, mate, yeah.
So he will be a non-starter. So there will be a drop in this regatta once they complete a certain number of races. So keep that in mind, and I think Yandu would be keeping that in mind. Certainly Lazarus as well. So the breeze is up again a little bit with a few little white caps. Breeze probably 12 knots here at the starting area. And
a bit more left, I think.
Left.
Right down here at the start line.
Yeah. And then a 3-lap Windward Leeward course. And remembering the first race today, Heat 2 was won by Black Knight. Henrik von Bayern from Germany by 1 second over GC Sails, Scott Cunningham, and the Bigfoot Bags and Covers, Dave Hayter.
Shots fired by the visitors.
Mate, all three were very impressive throughout. Fisher Paykel couldn't get to them. And they put an outstanding first work, and that did the damage for them. With just a few swaps in the lead. And finally, by 1 second, Black Knight were victorious with just over 2 minutes to go. And
that's our winners on screen there now.
Yeah, not that much breeze here at the starting area.
A little bit filtering down the harbour right now. Probably 10 to 12 knots.
So where are we going, Dol?
I think same again, Shippo. Like you pointed out, you don't want to get too far over to Bradley's.
No.
You've got to dig out of there before you run out of pressure. And it doesn't look like, it looks pretty patchy in there right now. There is pressure in the middle.
Doesn't look as though the pin would be favoured, but it didn't look like it was last time. But the boats that started down there got the jump, didn't they?
The pin is definitely deeper. It's further back than it was
has
last
to be,
time. Yeah.
But a few boats starting to line up down at that end with a minute and a half to go. Shaw and Partners in the middle of the line. Fisher Paykel, Brett Van Munster's down at the pin. Balmain's sort of hovering behind the fleet at the moment. GC Sails is getting down towards there. Sixth is down there. The Royal Oak's down there. So probably a few boats favouring middle to pin. Coming up to 1 minute. Okay. Third heat about to get underway on the harbour. The Australian title. Very open championship at this stage. And Yandu's up the Windward end. Who's down to leeward? Fisher Pike's the most leeward at the moment.
GC Sales are down there again,
Yeah,
and
they're
they
somewhere
don't look
down
like
there.
they're in a very good position to me. They're deep
No.
away from the line.
Yeah,
They're on
no.
port tack now.
With 30 seconds to go. No, they're way back, aren't they?
They'll be taking a lot of sterns if they start down there. They're just trying to push through now.
Yep. Shaw and Partners looks prominent down there. No, it is left down there. Look at Fisher Pike or Brett Van Munster down there.
I don't think he'll lay that pin.
No, he's
He'll have
struggling to get
tack.
up there. 10 seconds to go. It's way on the left. Yandu's tangled up at the start. Oh, dear. What are they doing? Anyway, we'll come back to them. They've got... The Germans have pushed them back on... OK, we're away.
Oh, Brett's managed to sneak across the pin end.
Rather timid start, if you can call it. Poor old Yandu in all sorts of trouble on the starting line. There'll be last boat across the line. Well, things are going from bad to worse for Yandu. They're absolutely in irons on the starting line. You don't see that too often.
So best of that was six and GC Sales.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens when Brett Van Munster tacks out from the
GC
pin end.
Sales got himself out of trouble there. Fisher Pike's strong as well. Okay, there they are. Not much breeze, you can see that. Shaw and Partners. There's Yandu. Really missed the start. So this will be a good test for the speed of Yandu. As we see, he's got plenty of speed, but he's coming from a long way back.
We've got work to do.
So, getting out in the middle hub, there's not much wind, Dol, is there?
No, but they've got enough to sneak out from under Bradley's head right now.
And the Captain Cook cruise liner coming round Bradley's head, Jimmy.
Right on time.
Never lets us down.
I think he watches.
Gee, the problem is if you've gone left, you're going to run out of wind up here. It's super light.
Yeah, these
You
boats
can
have
go
gone
too far.
And some of these guys have, I think.
Yeah. There's probably the two leaders, GC Sales and Sixth. And Black Knight's in the...
Yeah, Black Knight got out of there early. So they're
Club
a fair way
Marine
down.
also, Emma Rankin.
Fisher Paykel also looking very good.
Royal Oak have got problems with their jib off camera.
Leeward jib sheet uncleated.
And there's breeze coming round Bradley's to these boats. Might be a bit late.
The Captain Cook's bringing the pressure down.
And I think it's probably settled back to a mean direction here. Although GC Sales out in the middle. That's them top left. Wow, motoring again. Yandu is deep at the moment.
Bigfoot looking good while they're lifting pressure, but I'm expecting them to head a bit as they get across the harbour. Won't help them.
Yep. Quite flat water here. We're getting towards the bottom of the tide. So not much tide to affect the fleet. And the breeze is lifted in pressure as they get out from Bradley's head. And lifting in height too. Look at the
Bigfoot lifting nicely.
And Brett Van Munster there in Fisher Pike's nicely positioned, as is Balmain. And these boats that went up to the left. Look at the Royal Oak. He's high. Hugo Stoner going to come into a bit more pressure. Just to leeward of him is Ash Rooklyn in the Smeg. But out in the middle, GC Sales, Bigfoot, Fisher Pike. Where's Sixth? Can we see him?
Yeah, he's just
there he is. Okay,
just
down to leeward.
He's doing well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Club Marine to leeward of Sixth, left of screen.
Furthest boat in the right is the Black Knight.
Yeah, he's really in on Clark Island. Well, he won this morning, the first heat today. Okay, they're starting to bail out now on starboard. Big test for Yandu now in this race. Missed the start horribly. And now trying to fight his way back into some sort of position that he can challenge.
Being a 3-lap race will work in his favour. Gives him more time, an extra lap.
So the breeze is relatively steady at the moment in direction.
It is looking very nice up the middle, high in the left. So a lot of this will hinge on the boats that are over near Double Bay, whether they start to head and can tack onto a right-hander. Looks like they might do that. GC Sales just tacked now above Sixth. looks like they will lead.
There's Yandu. He's making some inroads. That is for sure. It's a great overhead shot of the fleet.
Yeah, Black Knight on the right, you can see there. They're the far right boat right now that you're looking down on, no signage.
I think GC Sails leads. Fisher Paykel's well positioned, Balmain also. Brett Van Munster in the Fisher Paykel, there he is, bottom of screen. He's travelling very nicely.
And same again, he's coming over trying to find that knock to tack on.
And he's in pressure.
Surprisingly, GC Sails has elected to go right out into the middle, leaving their opposition.
And he's
There must be something that they can see there, more pressure in the middle of the course. See how that works out for them.
If any right comes back into this Bruce Fisher Paykel will lead. And he's coming into really good stream of air. Just looking for this little header to get back on. Don't go too far here, Brett. Oh, he's starting to lift. Doesn't like the look of that.
Starting to lift when he didn't want to lift.
Yeah, and then it's going to run into a real soft spot in a moment. There he goes.
Tacking now.
There's not much pressure to tack in.
GC Sails now, that's him top right of screen.
Screaming back at them.
They've found a good line to cross on. That's what they were looking for in the middle, just some pressure to come back. They found it.
Yeah, there's more pressure out there now. Fisher Paykel probably just went a little bit too far, but he's still very much in the hunt. Up here on the right-hand side of the track. There he is. But more pressure out in the middle. GC Sails crossing him clearly. Okay, Fisher Paykel now just getting into this wind. At 10 seconds away, and there he is, starting to bend their back. So the leading group, the leader is GC Sails, and then it's pretty tight. Don't forget, we've got 3 laps, so that'll, as you said, Dole, give plenty of time and opportunity for the fleet.
Yeah, a lot could change. A lot could change. In the far left, Black Knight in 6th, looking quite good right now, along with Bigfoot bags and covers, so that we're going to see a convergence between them and GC Sails in about 30-40 seconds. At the moment,
GC Sails gone into the right. He's the most right-hand boat, and the Bigfoot coming across. There's GC Sails and Bigfoot, and splitting them is 6th. He's had a good day so far. Jacob Marks with Alex Marinelli and Matt Doyle. They were 5th in the first race today, but so Black Knight in the middle of those, and there's the Bigfoot had to take a little duck behind GC Sails, and then up to Windward, just behind the Black Knight is 6th. We can't see him there yet, but Black Knight a little dip on GC Sails as well. So these 3 that figured in the first race today are back in the top 3 again at the moment. But also Balmain hunting them down, not far off, in probably 4th or 5th spot.
Black Knight managed to cross Bigfoot there. I thought Bigfoot might have come a bit more to the right. I think they tacked just a touch too early there.
Okay, Balmain tacked in not much pressure up under Point Piper. Now, let's see, we're still a fair way from the weather mark. So, sixth is probably 4th. Balmain is in the mix.
So Black Knight got to the hard right, and it has paid off for them. They've got hard right to the pressure off the moorings.
And in the left is Shaw and Partners and Yandu, more towards the middle or left of the track. Club Marine, they're in the top half dozen.
Yeah, Emma Rankin having a good race here.
Yep, just in front of her is the Royal Oak. And motoring up the middle, and motoring I mean quickly motoring, is Yandu. Keep your eyes peeled on Yandu. He gave him a big start, but he's back in the hunt. Right back in the hunt. He's got a few starboard tackers to engage here. He's going to take a dip. Or he's going to take... Oh. So Yandu threaded the needle there, got round the front of Royal Oak. He wants the left, wants the right. Tacking just before he gets to the moorings, which are not allowed to go inside here at the Royal Prince Edward Yacht Club. But out in front, it is the Black Knight leading narrowly from GC Sails.
Oh, I think GC Sails have made another good inroad here. Going to be a tight cross.
The breeze only about 11 or 12 knots here at the weather mark. So Black Knight will be across on port by a couple of boat lengths. It's very flat water, dollars, and here now it's good sailing conditions.
Yeah, not too many boats out here. No. It's making for some great sailing.
And the breeze is only about 12 or 13 knots here.
According to that leaderboard that just came up, Yandu back to 5th.
Yeah, well, that would not surprise Jimmy. They've really got the hammer down. Okay, we're approaching the weather mark the first time. 3 laps. The Black Knight is tacked on the starboard, on the port lay here. The GC Sails is coming. He's on the starboard lay, sorry, and GC Sails coming across on port. And he's going to cross him, I think. Yeah, GC Sails tacking for a lay here. And we'll do it, should do it, and we'll lead.
It's going to be on a pretty tight lay here, though.
Yeah.
Lucky they've just got a little bit of pressure, gave them some height.
German trying to roll over the top of him, but GC Sails will get there first. Okay, away they go. Only about 11 or 12 knots of breeze. Both into their spinnaker work. Third will be the Bigfoot Boats and Covers. They were the top 3 in the first race today. Then 4th will be 6th. 5th, Balmain. And look at Yandu up into 6th place already.
That's striking distance for them, Pete.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
3 laps to go.
Yeah.
Certainly not riding them off.
They won't be too disappointed with that after their start. And the Brisbane 18-footers next, then Shaw and Partners. So where's... Oh, he's jibing Keegan, straight into a jibe. Royal Oak is next. Shaw and Partners is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. Vycobie after the Royal Oak. Then the Kitchen Maker. After the Kitchen Maker comes Club Marine. A little gust. Then Smeg, Ash Rooklyn.
Just gave them Mark a little massage.
Yeah, yeah. And then Brett Van Muster, he got lost towards that last bit, didn't he? He was well up.
He did. He was going really well earlier on.
He's jibed as well. Rag and Famish next. Then the 18-footer bar and restaurant. Well done, boys. So we're away down towards the starting area again. It's a long run and not much pressure. Real solid VMG run here. That's the leaders, GC Sails foreground and Black Knight top of screen with the 6th spinnaker up.
There's a speed comparison for you between the top 2 boats. Black Knight have jibed back out now to the middle and GC Sails have matched them. looks to me, even though they're black, different coloured rigs, it looks to me like the GC Sales rig's a little bit smaller, would you think, Jimmy, in sail area?
Tends to be, Dole, the what's it called? Dark Horse Sails tends to have a bigger sail package all round on both rigs.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
And I think on GC Sails, I think that's a North Sails package from, I'm not sure whether that's from New Zealand, that one, or...
Okay.
But yeah, they tend to, the North one tends to be generally smaller than the Dark Horse Sails, so it's pretty, it's, as I said, it's the same on both rigs, which is quite unusual, you know. You think you'd have a bit more of a step somewhere.
Well, again, these two boats have got to jump on the rest of the fleet. Running towards Bradley's Head. And halfway down the first Spinnaker run of 3. Just nice pressure of about 12 knots, for 13 knots perhaps.
These two have stepped out nicely from the rest of the field. One of the Australian sailing team 49ers just coming in to have a look.
Look like Sean Connor up the bow, would I be correct?
Yeah, with Otto Henry.
Okay, a bit of a split here. Sixth still standing in towards Bradley. Won't want to go too far. He'll run out of gas. It's only got
That's the Black Knight, Shippo, with the 6 Spinnaker.
I knew I'd get it wrong. Change the Spinnaker. Ah, he's soft when he jibes, our friends, the Black Knight.
Yeah, definitely getting lighter down this end. GC Sails are going to jibe back at them.
Yep. Here's one for you, Dole, while they're running downwind, and these two are quite clearly jumped ahead of the third place boat. Would there ever be a time where another nationality has won a heat of the Australian Championships?
Oh, that is a tough question. I would say if we did...
I don't have an answer.
Oh, you don't have an answer?
No,
I thought you were testing me out,
no,
Shipper.
I would think it's probably...
You know, we have had internationals come early for the JJs and do
Yeah.
you know, I would think if I was looking back a little bit, if I can think of one, it might have been Howie Hamlin, maybe.
For an Australian?
Yeah, which is going... Howie used to come out a bit early.
Yeah, maybe. But there wouldn't be many, would there?
There wouldn't, no.
No, so it was a fine effort by winning by just 1 second.
I'm sure Frank Quealy will be able to tell us.
Well, Frank's an avid watcher, so does a great, fantastic work for the 18-footers. So, Frank, we'll leave that one with you.
Let us know, mate.
Hope you're enjoying the coverage. But
now, we just saw a very ordinary jibe from the Black Knight, which has just given a big advantage to GC Sails.
Yeah, we're on GC Sails.
Only saving graces after that bad jibe. They've hooked onto some good pressure in the Black Knight. Top of picture there with the orange kite.
Okay, we're approaching the gate, the leeward gate.
One more jibe and in.
Options are plenty here. Oh yeah, good gain to GC Sails here. And look at this, Dole, we've got 6th coming 2nd and 3rd. How's that? See that? Look at that. There's the 2 6 Spinnakers. Of course, the first one is the Black Knight, as GC Sails dropping and going to go to the left-hand mark.
Maybe Heinrich will get free car hire while he's here.
Yeah, well, he's getting the bow down now in a bit of spiky wind.
Yeah, very lucky. Will he go a straight drop here? I think he is.
Yeah. Okay, so GC Sails around the left-hand gate and Black Knight around the right-hand gate. All close.
They really closed in with that last bit of pressure and not having to do an extra jibe.
Comes this young Jacob Marks and Alex Marinelli and Matt Doyle. They'll be 3rd. And then Balmain have got themselves up to 4. Yandu dropped back a little on that run, but we'll see them as they come round. 6 will be next around. Right-hand mark. Then Balmain. Bit late on the drop, boys. Come on. Lockie Pryor working overtime in the bow. Okay, they're clean. They're around that. Yandu and Shaw and Partners gone to the left-hand gate. Oh, Yandu a bit untidy there. Shaw and Partners a few boat lengths ahead. At the other gate is the big Brisbane 18-foot, Bigfoot rather, Vycobi next around in the Brisbane 18-footers, then Club Marine and then the Royal Oak.
A lot of ground lost by the Bigfoot on that run.
Yes, it was. He was right. He was third, wasn't he, at the weather mark?
Yeah. Got a bit lost, maybe.
And the breeze is back now at about 12 to 14 knots, maybe a bit more at the gusts, as the Royal Oak goes around. Smeg going right-hand mark, Club Marine left-hand mark. And following that is Fisher Paykel, Rag and Famish. And Kitchen Maker, a bit wobbly. Trying to run square, that's not recommended, but so we're on the second windward leg of 3. So it's all still pretty tight.
Yeah, nice bit of left-hand pressure right now coming through Bradley's head.
So out to the right is Shaw and Partners and Yandu. And in the left is GC Sails. Where did the Black Knight end up out of all of that?
Yeah, just to the right of GC Sails right now.
Oh, I see. Okay, he's there. Yep. So we're looking up towards the windward mark in Rose Bay. Third heat of the Australian titles.
It's Black Knight on the right and GC Sails on the left of your screen. The overview, so out in the top of your screen there you're looking at Balmain, Shaw and Partners and Yandu. Looks like GC Sails just making a little incremental gain bit by bit on this long port hand tack over to the right hand side of the harbour. Maybe a little bit of gain. Two boats on the screen there now.
These two are having a day out, that's for sure. Really good contest in the earlier race, and now they're back at it again. Yeah. Balmain and Shaw and Partners has come into a probably third spot here. Keegan York has got in front of Balmain, just by a couple of boat lengths perhaps. So the order will be, and in front of 6th. So at the moment, close between Black Knight and GC Sails, then close between Shaw and Partners, Balmain and 6th.
6th chose to tack away rather than cross.
And the next group is Vycobi, Yandu and the Bigfoot.
As we've come across the harbour progressively, it looks like GC Sails have soaked down into the line of Black Knight slightly, so advantage Black Knight. It's
a clear runway, isn't it, on the harbour now, Dol? There's not a boat between these skiffs and the weather mark. It's good flat water. It's a case of staying in the pressure because there's not that much of it. It's probably at maximum 14 knots.
Yeah, that'd be the top of the puffs. We're probably getting down to 9 or 10 in the lulls. They managed to just hook onto a bit of a line here now. Interestingly, Pete, as we keep pointing out, the further you get up towards Point Piper here, gets very patchy. And right now, the Black Knight's starting to push into that zone a bit, aren't they?
They certainly are.
And there they go, right
off camera,
on cue.
they've tacked, but Probably a little bit too far, but anyway, we'll see. They'll coming out to converge with GC Sales. You'll see them in a moment. And it's going to be close again. Starboard tack to the Black Knight. And he's across. There's a cross, yep. And still a nice gap back to third. Now, how far does GC Sales go? I think he's got to keep coming a little way.
Yeah, nice little line just above him.
He's going to tack, I think.
There he goes. He's going to tack onto that. And that looks like right-hand pressure to me too. Well, but not the greatest tack, a bit slow.
It was down pressure tack.
Washed a lot of speed off. But he has got a nice right-hander, and it looks to me like there's another one coming in about 30, 40 seconds' time.
So this is the group that went in towards Bradley's, which is Shaw and Partners 6th and Balmain. They're looking for a high left. They're getting a little bit of height there. It's more about pressure at the moment.
It is, yeah. You got to be fast. The direction's not as important as having the pressure to be going fast.
And the boat behind them is Yandu. He's coming out to the right, and he's within striking distance, but still a bit of work to do to get back up into the top couple of placings, I think.
Coming back out of the far, far left, Bradley said we've got Shaw and Partners and 6. There they are now. Now, they're coming back quite well, but it looks like they're down. They've got good height, but they're down pressure. They're not going to make a mark on this lead 2 right just yet. Be more interesting to see how they end up shaping up with the likes of Balmain and Yandu.
Well, these two leaders who are non-locals or non-Sydney sailors, they're doing a fine job, aren't they, on a tricky harbour. This is one of the tricky days out here, this southeasterly breeze that's up and down in strength and direction. They've been absolutely outstanding. And here's the cross coming again. I think the Black Knight's got in front still. We'll see the cross.
He just got a bit of a header that slowed him up.
See him there. There they are. Black Knight on port.
Clear ahead.
He's across, yeah, easy. So how far do we go? That's the thing.
Yeah, you want to get back over to the right like Heinrich did on that last beat. Start making your way over towards the moorings now.
There's more breeze in the right as we look, coming through the channel between Shark Island and the eastern side of Point Piper.
Right now, though, it isn't right into the moorings, so it's funneling down towards the island.
Not a big split. GC split away from him, and Heinrich's let him go. Coming across to the right, sneaking up is Shaw and Partners. And there's a nice little bit of wind where they're coming into. There they are.
I do always like this side, and the moored boats are pointing right of the breeze. So Shaw and Partners have tacked and Black Knight have tacked.
Well, I think
GC Sales are hard left on the island, aren't they, Pete?
They'll be looking rather anxiously back at the Black Knight, but Black Knight have tacked in not much pressure. There's top of screen is GC Sales. He's starting to lift going into Shark Island. He won't like that. Oh, Black Knight is pressure and lifting. Okay, GC Sales has tacked. There he is, tacked right up under Shark Island.
So that's that right-hand pressure I was talking about. But will it last is the thing.
Off camera, there's the Black Knight, high on the right. He's GC Sales coming back on nothing special, but now the Black Knight's bow down. He's opened up there a bit, Dole, the Black Knight.
Yeah, there's that gain you make in that right. I was a little bit surprised to see Scotty Cunningham get right over on that island side. The last couple of beats he has come over to the right-hand side, and he's done well there.
Well, I think he looked for something to come back on. He kept lifting and he couldn't get back. No.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a fair gap. GC Sales has come back not on a good one by any means.
Yeah, good pressure on the point in the right now, and that's where he's headed.
That's what he's aiming for. Keep coming, keep
I think
coming.
he'll get to that pressure and tack, and he might make a little bit back. Just depends what Heinrich gets coming back from the island side. At the moment, it's not looking very good for him. So
nice pressure, as you say, at Point Piper here.
There is. It's just coming out of the right.
Yeah,
so
it's been lovely.
I think we'll see GC Sales keep going here to the point and tack, and they might make a little bit of a dent in
there's more pressure coming too. Look at it here.
Yeah, and it just headed on them, so that's perfect for what they're looking for.
Oh, that's lovely.
Pressure high in the right.
Yeah.
Not going to last forever, but they're going to carry it for a couple of 100 metres at least.
Yeah, that is good. Good gain here to GC Sales. That's the mark of the leech of their head.
They will get headed eventually.
Really spiky bit of version of the mainsail. Closed it up again. Just heading as they go out a bit. But,
unfortunately for them.
They halve the distance a little there, I'd say.
Yep.
So they're not on a lay line at the moment. Black Knight just about to tack to go round. There they go. Oh, GC Sales may lay here. They've lifted and lifted. I think they'll lay.
Spike in pressure there, Pete, and they've got to do the tack. Bear away is the hardest manoeuvre.
Oh, is the Black Knight stick with the boys?
They're showing that that's a hard manoeuvre.
Yep.
GC Sales are going to bear away inside them.
They're going to sneak inside them. GC Sales advantage there.
The tack bear away is a very hard thing to do up range.
Freshest bit of breeze. Oh, he's jibed GC Sales. Always the freshest bit of breezes at the Windward mark. But, okay, GC Sales around jibe set. The Black Knight bear away set. And next will be Shaw and Partners. Got themselves up to third. And look who's fourth. It's
Yandu's
Yandu.
Closed that gap, haven't they, Shippo?
Yep. So, Shaw and Partners still in breeze here. Come on, Keegs. You've got to get her away, son. There we go. Gear off, jib off. And next around is Yandu.
Nice work, good gains to those guys.
Yeah, both jibe set on Yandu, a bear away on Shaw and Partners.
Yeah, I expect Mika probably saw that ferry coming, which you can see in the background there.
Good set on the Yandu. And then next, it's a tight battle after this. It's Balmain will be fifth, then sixth, then Vycobi. So these three young skippers all battling it out. Following them, I think, is the... Who's next? Is this the...
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot bags and covers. And the Brisbane 18-footers.
The Brisbane, okay. The two Brisbane boats are up there again. So this is the second of three runs down to the starting area. Remember, it's a 3-lap up. And again, we've seen some good racing, haven't we, Dol? It's been terrific.
Certainly are. And the real veins of pressure down the middle this time. So the boats are going to have to be looking over their shoulder so that they can jibe on the most pressure that they can and get that depth. Try and work their way down for the best VMG running down to this gate again.
Well, off camera, you can't see Manly again. It is raining. But it's raining, not raining here on the Black Knight.
Just a little step out from them on this run, Pete.
Yeah. Don't be confused like we are. That is not sixth. It's a six spinnaker, but it is the Black Knight of Germany. Leads GC Sales.
He's probably put about 100 metres on GC Sales on this run, and you can see they're in a nice bit of pressure there now. They'll be looking how far they run with that, because as it passes behind them, they want to jibe onto it and stay in that pressure as long as they can. Good depth now. They've just gone bow down considerably. That's the closest jibe angle to the gate. So they're making the most ground on that port tack right now. You can see the darker water around them there now. You can see that they're in a good gust.
There's Shaw and Partners, close to third. And battling it out with Yandu for the third spot, but there's Yandu. He's got a bit of work to do to get back into the top 1 or 2, but there's Black Knight just jibing well ahead of him at the moment, and Yandu not far off a jibe. I would
GC Sales off screen have jibed right in on Bradley's head. It looked like they're on an absolute belter.
Yandu jibing. As you say, Dol, and GC Sales smoking down the side of Bradley's. A bit of a loss to Yandu. Again to Shaw and Partners and GC Sales. Shaw and Partners is close enough if good enough.
Yeah, they jibed on an absolutely cracking gust there. They've made a good gain. Scotty and Cunningham.
And still the Black Knight leads as they approach the gate for the final time. Just make it out. Okay, 6th is Jibe, and going for the left-hand gate, I think.
Yeah, I think we'll see a split here.
No, maybe, yes, they are, I think. So they'll have a nice little cushion here.
Well, a bit late on the drop.
He's looking around, as surely he knows it's 3 legs. Okay, yeah, late on the drop, and a late turn. So left-hand mark, right-hand mark is GC Sales. So game on again.
Yeah, they gave away a little bit of ground there.
There's a bit of rain approaching. Yep. Slow old drop on the GC Sales.
Oh, and a misjudgment from Shaw and Partners too. They've
what have they done?
They've gotten for an early drop because they'd overgunned that ley line a bit, I think. So they're going to
jibe nicely and going to come.
I think too, Dol, they want the other mark as well, Shaw and Partners.
Look at it, it's fresh again here now, Dol. Fresh as we've seen in this third heat or second race today. Yandu dropping in plenty of wind. Okay, breeze up to plus 15 here. So Yandu, what are they going to do? They're going to wind up to go to the left-hand, the right-hand, no, left-hand mark they're going to.
So there's a problem on GC Sales. Is someone...
Yep, they've got a man in the boat.
Up on the bow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so GC Sales have an issue. Still a man in. There's a man
going up in the water now. He's going out to the pole.
Yep. There's a big issue here on GC Sales. Well, this is disappointing. He put in a fine effort today. So they are in trouble. So it would mean that the Black Knight probably has things a little of their own way, but the breeze is freshening. We've got 15 plus knots here. Vycobi next to go round. 6th is already round. Balmain is around. Shaw and Partners now in 2nd spot. Then Yandu. Then Balmain. Then 6th. Then Vycobi. Then the Bigfoot. And the red spinnaker belongs to the Brisbane 18-footers. So the 2 Brisbane boats again, but GC Sales has stopped. They have got serious issues. They've still got a man in the water, and it doesn't look as though they are getting underway, or are they?
Bigfoot has annihilated the mark set bot.
Okay, this will be interesting. Speared the mark. So, they're going to try and untangle themselves. But good news is GC Sales is up and going. GC Sales is up and going after their issue. That's cost them plenty. But this has cost Bigfoot plenty.
Now, for that, I think
it's a reroute. It's got to do.
You meant to do a turn.
Yeah, I think so.
You can
touch the mark, but you can't demolish it. So
I know they'd like the Mark Set bots up in Brisbane, but they can just ask nicely.
yeah. So the Royal Oaks round speeds around. Bigfoot's sort of around. Club Marine next, then the Rag and Famish, then Fisher Paykel. So GC Sales had an issue. Cost them a couple of minutes, I'd say, maybe at maximum. So they're probably in the 6th position at this stage. So it's the Black Knight. Can he hold off the challenge of Shaw and Partners and Yandu? That is the question. The breeze is now 15, 16 or 17 knots. That's Yandu going into Bradley's. This breeze is best we've seen, Dole, certainly in this heat.
Nice little breeze now. Let's hope this holds out all the way to the top and back again. Bitterly disappointed for the GC Sales guys. That's a real shame. They've sailed a brilliant race up until now.
We'll give it these first few heats will give us some confidence leading into the big title at the end of the year. They've certainly shown they can match it with the best.
And Jimmy, your comment about the GC Sales before, they are designed by Norse and built by Joel Turner. So
there you go.
There you go.
Okay,
Thank you, Alan Mansfield, for that.
That'd make sense.
Yeah. Plenty of wind here now. It's bend your back stuff. Yandu, plenty of spray coming off the boat. Punching out in the middle of the harbour. Up to windward, top of screen is what their boat they're after is the Black Knight. But going across them is Shaw and Partners. We'll be across Yandu in a moment. There they are. Keegan York. He's
high on the right.
Yeah, holding the challenge of Yandu. It has gone right, this breeze, as it's freshened. That's a real battle for second and third.
I would expect Yandu in this pressure that we've got now to close that gap down. We've got a long way to go to catch the Black Knight, but it's going to be tight between Yandu and Shaw and Partners, I think.
Yep. Yandu going right. Shaw and Partners in pressure going to the left. But that's the Black Knight in the lead. 6th, they've got themselves up to 4th. Very close with GC Sales.
By Kobe up there, according to the tracker as well.
Yeah, he's going to the
Thanks,
right.
there he is over there, the island.
Okay, here's a great shot of Shaw and Partners. Look at this. That is terrific footage, if we may say so ourselves. Great drone work here. Keegan, Matt Stanner and Tommy Anderson.
They're in good pressure out there on the left-hand side of the course. Yeah. They've split away from Black Knight and Yandu.
Boat is smoking along. Okay.
They're going to need one to get back, though, Shippo.
Yeah. Here's Mika Lane and Louis Brake and Fang Warren trying to throw down the challenge to the Black Knight, but they're standing firm, the Black Knight. Up ahead, just getting a little bit of a
big header to
attack on. So we're about halfway up the final beat. Yandu tacking. So Yandu trying to hold off the challenge of Shaw and Partners for second. And they're coming into some really good wind here. Look at this. They've got plenty.
And I was about to say down on height, but they've just started to lift a little, so not so bad. The big issue for Keegan York coming in from the left-hand side, who has just tacked onto port, will be finding some left-hand pressure that's going to lift him back. Looks like right now he might have it, but will it last? There he is now.
This is a good battle again, a little bit of a split hit, but here's Shaw and Partners. Here's...
that's the Black Knight on
Black
screen.
Knight.
So great to have the drone back up with the rain easing up.
They've still got a very nice lead. That's terrific footage. Look at that. Right with the boys here. And I can tell you, the battle for second is very tight between Yandu and Shaw and Partners. At the moment, it looks as though I can't tell it really. Yandu gets lifted, Shaw and Partners gets lifted. I think Shaw and Partners may be marginally across, but
well, they were narrowly behind, in front on our last exchange, and it looks like they'll be narrowly in front again.
So that's interesting. The left didn't pay and the right didn't pay. So
even Steven.
Yeah. Yeah. So Shaw and Partners still second. Great work from Keegan. He's coming into really good spiky pressure. So that's the order. Black Knight, Shaw and Partners, Yandu, GC Sales got back to fourth. Balmain 5, Ikobe 6.
What I do like here is Shaw and Partners are going to be the first one over to this right-hand shore off the Edward Shippo. Look at that nice pressure that's coming down to us out of Wallara right now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid stuff from Keegan here. Keegan York at the helm of Shaw and Partners.
So Shaw and Partners look to me like they'll be tacking on the best of this pressure.
Yeah, any second now. And Black Knight just right at the wharf of Shark Island. Okay. There we go. That's what they're looking at.
Yeah, nice right-hand pressure to Shaw and Partners. Black Knight
closed it up a little, but
front.
Still a reasonable lead to Black Knight. Oh, it's really good
gain
to Shaw and Partners here, you'd think.
This right-hand pressure, it's just...
jumped away from Yandu at the moment. Yandu coming out on port at the wharf of Shark Island. Oh, good right-hander on the Shaw and Partners.
Yeah, it's not going to last, unfortunately, but they've cashed in while they could.
Black Knight standing out, trying to go pick up a lay line here. I would think he'll try and go out to lay. He's got a little way to go, but not long. He's going to have a look at it any second. And got to tack in a really good puff. Okay, time's up, I'd say, boys. Let's do it. There he goes. Look at the breeze he's in, too.
Could be another interesting bear away from the teams.
Yeah. Not over yet, but he's in nice little lead. Black Knight of Germany leads the third heat of the Australian titles after taking the second heat by the narrowest of margins earlier today. Heinrich van Bayen about to go round.
And with 2 wins today, what a shame they didn't get a result yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, he's almost there. Bearaway coming up, jib off. Away they go. Straight into a shoot, yes. Bearaway set, run to Shark and jibe. So the lead about 20-odd seconds. Shaw and Partners, easy lay. Nice set on the Black Knight. Here comes Shaw and Partners.
I reckon Keegan might jibe set here. Yep. We'll wait and see.
Got to get the bow down first. Okay, he's good. And
he's going to go straight set.
Right up his hammer is Yandu. So it's 1, 2 and 3 are around. Yandu's
they're going to jibe set.
Yeah,
that would have been my favourite option. There's breeze in the left-hand side here right now. Looking down course.
Look at that good crew work. These boats, fantastic. Spinning her up, set, bang, away they go. And GC Sails up into 4th position.
And Black Knight have hooked onto an absolute cracker.
Beauty, yep.
So that's your left-hand picture. They're deep and fast and sailing away.
They've opened up there. Terrific sailing. They haven't put a foot wrong all day in both races. So following Yandu, the next around is GC Sails, then Ikobe. Kirk Mitchell And Daniel Barnett and Andrew Stevenson, nice job. And then following them will be Balmain and then 6th. Then there's a fair gap then to the Brisbane 18-footers.
And Bigfoot, I think.
Bigfoot will be next, I think, yeah. And then there's a long distance then to the rest.
Pack.
Yeah.
And it looks like Shaw and Partners made a good game. Yeah, Yandu just did a pretty ordinary jibe down pressure.
Yeah. The jibe set I don't think paid off there by any means.
Well, it was more when they jibed back. They just had a horrible line and jibe angle.
Yeah.
Now that they're coming back out to the middle of the harbour, that they might get across and try and look for that that Bradley's head pressure that Shaw and Partners and GC Sales picked up on the last run. Does tend to funnel down that right-hand side as you get further down the harbour. Oh, look, Yandu have got nothing to lose but to throw something at them, do they?
They're a short of 3rd at worst, I think.
They're not going to catch him following it. So a little bit of a roll of the dice, but on screen now, that's the Black Knight, the Prince. Getting close to a ferry. It'll be interesting to see if he decides to jibe away from that. But right now he's on a really good puff. He wouldn't want to be jibing off it. Good depth, very good depth. So you can compare the speeds there between the Black Knight and Yandu. Black Knight in front, Yandu in 3rd currently. SOG on the red is your speed over the ground, and on the right, the black is the VMG velocity made good towards the next mark. In this case, it's the finish.
Yandu's going to get airborne here. There's a really good puff coming down to them as we watch the Black Knight jibe and come into the finish. He's still a little way to go yet, but very comfortably in the lead. Very comfortably.
There they are. There'll be, I think, one more jibe to get in. Then probably another 100 metres. They'll be jibing back on the port to go through the finish.
Screaming into the finish.
Bit of air coming up for them too, Shippo.
Jibe one and in, I think, is it, Dol?
Yeah, one more jibe to go in.
Absolutely.
Big air there. Cross behind the back of the ferry. There's the jibe.
Well, congratulations to them. An absolutely outstanding performance in both heats, but certainly today in this second heat. They're across now. Black Knight takes both races today. Black Knight from Germany, creating some history on Sydney Harbour. Winning 2 heats of the Australian title. So that is a fantastic performance. And here's the battle for second. Yandu is going to cross Shaw and Partners. He brought that puff down with him. It looked as though Shaw and Partners was going to get across, but Yandu, after making a real botch of the start, is going to be, all things considered, finish in 2nd spot. He's laying down. He's no more jibes. Shaw and Partners got 1 jibe to go. You can see his breezes spiked right up. So Yandu, after missing this second heat, or the first heat today and the second heat of the championship, gets 2nd. They'll be happy with that. Shaw and Partners, Mr. Consistency, 3rd. They're across. And then look at this breeze, Dol. It is fresh.
Yeah, well, that breeze on the Bradley's head shore is what Yandu managed to pick up, and they just raced down this western side of the harbour.
Yeah. Breeze has gone a bit into the right, so 6th, Jacob Marks. Young skipper will be 4th. So he's got in front of GC Sales.
Yeah, it's going to be tight between
and
GC Sales and Vycobi. I think GC will get it.
He'll be
Yeah, GC
fifth,
Sales for mine.
Vycobi sixth. It's
And
better.
disappointing for GC Sales that they had that gear
Problem.
issue just at the gate that last time. They were looking very fast.
Well, second and a fifth today. It's a pretty good performance.
Still bank it. Yeah.
So Vycobi sixth gives them 2 sixths for the day. Next will be Balmain, who was seventh, and then eighth the first race after they had problems at the start. Then a big gap now, Dole, to whoever. We got who coming in here?
Brisbane 18 footers. Shippo
Yep.
is next.
I'll let- They will be eighth.
And I think we'll have the Bigfoot after them.
Yep.
Bigfoot. Yeah, they third in Heat 2 today, and then an hour they'll finish ninth. So they've shown they're very competitive.
I'm really impressed with our visitors, Shippo.
Well,
They've-
they have to be,
They've
wouldn't you?
obviously been doing the work, and they've come down to do the Nationals and really posting some good results, good form.
So we've got Bigfoot coming in, and then I think the Royal Oak will be after them with the green spinnaker. We'll see them in a moment. There's the Bigfoot lying down, laying the finishing line. No, they're not. They're going to have one more jiving in. There they go.
Just looking at that
Oh.
Mark said bot that is now in 2.
That's it.
Oh, the top's come off.
Oh, poor old Royal Oak's in trouble. The
Bigfoot's across.
Bigfoot's across. Are they who took the mark out? Was it Bigfoot? Was it or the Brisbane? Who got tangled up with the mark? I think it was the Bigfoot, wasn't it?
It was a Queenslander.
Yeah, yeah.
Blame them anyway.
Royal Oak. Royal Oak. So there's the top 10. Black Knight, 2 wins today. Yandu second. Shaw and Partners third. Sixth, fourth. GC Sales, Vycobi, Balmain, Brisbane 18s, Bigfoot Bag and Covers, and the Royal Oak Double Bay. Following them in will be the Rag and Famish. Still got any more? Oh, there's one more down here with the blue spinnaker. Who's
No,
that?
that's a 29er.
Oh, that's the 29er.
49er, sorry.
49er, okay.
I've got Gotcha for Life just off Bradley's head.
They,
Yep.
Which way are they going?
Coming this way with a spinnaker. I hope they're coming
grey-
this way. They've
grey
got a
spinnaker.
Where are they?
Very
I
hard
see
to
them,
see,
right,
yeah.
right. So we haven't seen Club Marine.
There's
Or,
a whole heap of them up at the top mark.
Oh, yes, there are.
Yeah, it'd be Ballard Property would be up there as well. Who's the other one that we're missing? Killer Coffee Company.
Kitchen
Smeg.
maker?
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen Smeg yet, have we, Jim?
No. He, well, we wait now for a little while for the next boats to come across. It's a big gap, isn't it? Big gap.
There's the Mark set bottle. What's left of it?
Just gotcha,
Jousting sticks.
gotcha for life, powering in. Plenty of wind.
This would have to be Gotcha for Life's best result for the
Yeah.
season, I think, Shippo.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope they can hold their position. Cade Morgan, Graham Fairburn and Isaac Marnie.
They're coming in hot.
Absolutely. They're laying straight down to the line.
Oh, fantastic pitches too.
Who needs to jibe here, boys? Just ride her home.
They're on the front of a cracking little gust there.
Yeah. They are absolutely full throttle. And stub your toe. You've only got 50 metres to go.
Oh, don't put the curse on them, Shippo.
They're
Jeepers,
right.
mate.
Flying home. Fantastic. Well done. We're across. Well done, boys.
Good on them. Great
Yep,
result
terrific.
for the Gotcha for Life.
Yep, and now there's a long gap. Who we
Next
got?
one is Smeg.
Smeg, yeah.
Smeg, wow, they're a long way back, aren't they?
They must have swum, surely, to be that far back.
Yep.
Must have been swimmers.
Well, Doll, as we sort of wind down and get ready for tomorrow, don't forget, we're back tomorrow with the hopefully 2 more races, I think, for the championship. Were they thinking of 3 at one stage?
Yeah,
Possibly.
so they're going to make a decision by 8 o'clock tonight, and whether they do 3 short races or whether they're happy with just to do 2. But keep an eye on the notice board or the notice to race online there, and that'll update at hopefully before 8 o'clock, and we all get notified.
For the viewers, though, we'll be starting at the same start time tomorrow, Jimmy, which is?
No, it was 1 o'clock, is it, tomorrow?
Yeah, 1 o'clock
1 o'clock,
start,
so we're an hour earlier.
we'll be live 40 minutes before that sort of thing, so 20 past 12ish. But yeah, unless I can't imagine them moving us forward. So, but
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
yeah.
But note that we will be going live to air at 20 past 12 tomorrow, so
Yep.
tune in.
Sydney time.
Sydney time, obviously, yep.
So, Dol, as we wait for a couple of the stragglers to come home, Smeg looks like they'll be next to finish. We got a quick forecast for tomorrow?
I'm expecting it to be probably similar breeze strength to what we've got today, and hopefully a bit clearer skies. Just looking at the forecast now, it's just been passed over my shoulder. Yeah, we're still in the southeast, and yeah, as I say, similar to today, will be sort of low teens is the forecast. Possible bit of rain, a little bit warmer than what we had today. So, like I say, I'm expecting similar to today. Today was probably a bit less than forecast most of the time, but hopefully we get a nice even sou'easter, a bit less. When we get it sort of verging south a bit more, it tends to get a little bit gusty. When we get full-blown southeaster, it tends to be a little bit more even. So, and wow, what a day!
Yeah, well, 2 fantastic races. And we're just watching Smeg Ash Rooklyn come across. He'll be 12th position. And the breeze is the freshest we've seen it all day. The breeze has just slowly built as the afternoon's got on. And here comes after Smeg will be Brett Van Munster in the Fisher Paykel.
So both a lot further back than what we would have expected of those two. So I think something has gone amiss there for both those boats. Possibly a bit of a swim.
So as we see final boats coming across, I think we'll probably wrap it up. But just recapping, the 2 races today belonged to Germany. That is for sure. The Black Knight winning both races. In the first race today, Black Knight first, GC Sail second, Bigfoot third, Shaw and Partners fourth, Six was fifth, and Vycobi was sixth. And then the second race, we've just seen a very comprehensive win to the Black Knight. Yandu second, Shaw and Partners third, Sixth, fourth, GC Sales fifth, and Vycobi sixth. So a little bit too early to give any points at this stage, but with a drop in play, Black Knights had 2 wins. So an outstanding performance, and I would say history was created by a non-Australian boat winning 2 heats in an Australian title here in Australia. So congratulations to those boys, Heinrich von Bayen and Tim and Andy Martin. That was an outstanding day for them. But also some solid performances from GC Sales. Yandu didn't start in the first race today. They had equipment issues. And the consistent Shaw and Partners, again, right to the fore with Keegan York and his team. So tomorrow, there's plenty to play for. The title is up for grabs. We're back at 1 o'clock Sydney time. So please join us then. Maybe 3 races, probably definitely 2 races in good forecast southeasterly breezes. So on behalf of all the team here that's done a terrific job again, bringing these coverage to you, the Sail Media boys, we say good afternoon and look forward to your company at 1 o'clock Sydney time. So Peter Shipway, good afternoon from Sydney Harbour. So just a clarification, if we're still on the air, the race starts at 1 o'clock and we get on the air about 40 minutes earlier to that. So I'll say goodbye again for the second time this afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Medal apparently.